To Fullerton College football on Sportsnet, USA.net, in conjunction with Fullerton College TV. Hey, I'm Mark Pavlovich, along with Corey Neyland. We are the voices of Fullerton College football, and tonight should be an exciting community college football game as the Hornets take on the Jaguars from Southwestern. Corey Neyland, get ready for this game because last year it was a nail-biter. They won by the slim eyelid of anybody in this room. It was that close. You could see it was transparent. If it wasn't for that safety, well, who knows how the outcome of that game would have happened last year. And really, when you look at some of the things about this team, the stats and everything else, comparably, they're close when you look at both the teams on the field today.
Yeah, the stats are close because Fullerton's not having that prototypical offensive outburst in the first three games of the season. Yet, they're still 2-1, as well as Southwestern is also 2-1. Both teams finding their rhythm in this early part of the season, and both teams should find it here today. Southwestern gets one of their key players back. He'll see some playing time. Fullerton, their defensive line, Josh Durango specifically, coming off of MVP performance of the Key to the County game last week. Both teams need that rhythm. Let's see which one finds the beat first.
When you look at the stats that we look at this matchup right there, Corey, let's look at the first matchup that comes up. Offense against the defense.
Fullerton College, 34 points per game. The Jaguar defense only giving up 18. That's a staple of Ed Carberry's team. Defense, defense, defense. The key to this ballgame is going to be rushing. Jaguars allow 89. Fullerton gains 93, but they're going to have to get over 100 yards. Let's see if Alfonso Graham gets 75 on the ground, which we expect him to do, and the rest carry the load.
And these are some of the players for this Jaguar team really to look out for. I mean, what you got to do, Joshua Owens, a new quarterback out there, but somebody who can really handle this. I think the thing that's interesting is who's they've got at running back on this. We may be surprised to see the young man that played last year for this Jaguar team come out at running back for the Jaguars. He had 75 yards against the Hornets, caught a couple passes last year. Chapman may not be the player that we've got on our board right now, and if he's not, the Hornet defense could be in trouble.
And you look at the Jaguar defense, they are led by Josh McCurdy. He's one of these guys at the linebacker position putting up big things. Tied on the team for tackles with 14. That's the lead. 4.7 per game. Has got one tackle for loss on the season. Also, on the Hornet offense, it's going to be those five guys up front, the OLs you see on your screen. Those five must have a terrific game for Fullerton to win this one. Quinn Commons, again, he's going to be an all-conference performer at the quarterback position. And again, we mentioned Alfonso Graham. He needs to lead the way on his legs.
And we're going to see it very limited. And you look at really the stalwart players for the Hornets, that defensive line. Josh Trango, Defensive Player of the Year.
Arguably, yeah. Xavion Steele is going to give him a battle for that because he locks down one side of the field much like D'Angelo Ross did in 2016. So that right side of Tyler Hogan, Josiah as well. And Jamal Dorsey is really going to have to come to play on that right side for Fullerton's defense.
If you're the offense out there, you're going to look at those three linebackers on the defensive side as we see the Hornet team getting ready to come on the field. This really is a matchup where they've got to win this game if they want to be notable in the conference.
And we're going to head down to our sideline reporter in just a moment, Noah Alvarez. We're going to ask him. He talked to both the defensive coordinator and the head coach.
Noah, can you hear us down there? Noah, you talked to everybody down the field with us. So what did you hear from the team from the San Diego area, Southwestern? What should we expect from them tonight on the field?
Well, when talking with defensive coordinator Monterez, he was telling me that the strength of his defense is going to be the front seven. You mentioned it earlier, Corey. Josh McCurdy, the outside linebacker for the Jaguars. He's a special player. He's really good at stopping the run, really sets the edge, and he sets the tone for this defense. He's the vocal leader.
Thanks a lot, Noah. Appreciate it, because that's what you're going to look forward to on the field today for Southwestern. One of those things that 19-14 was the game last year. Fullerton comes out victorious. They had a 17-14 lead in the fourth quarter with less than 2 minutes to play. Joey Noble comes up with a big safety to seal the deal for Fullerton. They came out a little bit sluggish. Southwestern came out a little bit hyped, and that was a great ball game last year as we were down in Southwestern. We want to thank Southwestern as well. We want to thank Fullerton College TV as well for coming out, hanging out. It's raining. I don't care if it's just sprinkling. It's raining.
And you know what? When it rains out there, that field's going to be as slick as the top of this head. And if you're running back trying to dance up here, you're going to have problems. I think, Corey, they're going to have the same problems down the field because none of these players have played in damp conditions. It's not wet. It's damp. You sort of give me that look like it doesn't really matter. I think it does. I think there's that excuse of I'm slipping that can matter.
You've got guys out here playing since they've been 10 years old. I know they played in the rain once. Maybe twice. It's going to be a good thing. It doesn't really matter in the rain. It's going to be slick. But again, you got helmets on. You got pads on. You got shoes on. No worries.
But you played in that. And here's the thing, too, when you look at this Fullerton team. They start off, they beat Golden West College. They lose to Riverside. And everybody went, oops, we're in trouble. Even us up in the booth sort of questioned what was going on. And then what do? They go to Santa Ana and just come up really, really big against the Santa Ana Dons. Which team am I going to see tonight? I know you look at the Dons, but which team am I going to see tonight against Southwestern?
I think you're going to see a team that's going to shore up some things in the run game because they have to. I think Alfonso Graham showed against the Dons what he's capable of doing. Brandon Rankin is one of those guys who hasn't got the shine yet. And Lucky Avenger is one of those quality guys who can get yardage, that tough yardage that they need. But again, it's the offensive line that's really going to have to show and prove up front for the Hornets.
Let's get ready for our national anthem, and then we'll start this exciting community college football game on Sportsnet, USA.net. It is a beautiful night here in Yorba, Linda. The weather is perfect for a football game. We've got a little mist going down right now, a little precipitation, but it shouldn't affect anybody on the field. It might affect us old guys in the booth a little more. I mean, the guy to my left here, Corey Neyland, well, he's pushing those upper numbers, and he gets a little cranky when it gets cold out. For me, it just makes me look prettier because I got more moisture on my face. It takes out the wrinkles. I'm going to be looking good all night long. If you're a Hornet fan, moisture. That's a lot of moisture. But if you're a Hornet fan, you want to be like me tonight, looking good. Thank you, Corey Neyland. We really appreciate that. And we, again, want to thank the Fullerton College TV department and everybody that's involved tonight for making this game possible here on Sportsnet, USA.net. The Hornets are going to receive tonight here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Xavier Steele is closest, and on the far side is going to be Griffin out there to take it back. So it's going to be Griffin and Steele. I keep waiting for Mr. Steele to take one back, Corey. I know it's not like our returners of old, but I think this young man has the ability to do it.
Well, Keyshawn Griffin has won 90 yards last week against Santa Ana in the key to the county, so we've already got one.
I want more. I'm greedy. I'm old. I'm greedy.
2 for 2.
Xavion's going to back up. He's going to take it at the 2. Looks for some blocking in the middle. Still hits the corner. Bounces off like a pinball. Refuses to go down. Cuts to the outside. He's at the 20. Turns the corner at the 20. Stays on his feet. Finally gets driven out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Gain of 15, but he ran 55. for that gain of 15. Up front for the Hornets, as you saw earlier, Glenn Bernard, Tyler Walton, Isaiah Obis, Nate Ramirez, and Drake Staten will be the offensive line for the Hornets tonight.
We've got a player down on the field, so we have a little delay in the game.
So we'll start that defense for the Jaguars up front. Number 90 in white will be Andrew Shasa, 69 Anthony Mermi, Ubaldo Torres wearing number 9 on the near side, and Brian Williams, number 99, are the starters. The linebackers, they run a 4-3. Josh McCarty, Jay Irwin, and Tyquan Coleman are the linebackers. And in the secondary, we've got Braylon Bettles, Jadarius Horton, Isaac Wright, and Otto Fox. Those are the 11 suiting up in white and maroon for the Jaguars.
Quinn Commons comes out at quarterback for the Hornets. Lucky Abinger comes out at running back for them. So we've got Abinger out there. Quinn Commons looks over the defense. Decent protection. Then the middle of the field, right on the money, and Commons starts off this game like we thought he would to start off right together. Gets that to Lorenzo Penn right on the money.
Lorenzo Penn makes the start. Charles Byers Jr. also gets to start, number 24 on the near side, to go along with Dawson Williams. They change up those wide receivers each game.
First down and 10 across the 40, right at the 43. So the Hornets start off with a pass play. Big yardage on that. Hand it off to Lucky. Lucky tries to bring it around here on the left-hand side. Turns the corner, stays in bounds. Finally gets knocked out of bounds. They're going to mark Lucky Abinger out at the 50. Gain of 7 on the play. It's going to bring second down and 3.
Nice job by the Hornets offensive line of allowing them to get those yardage.
Tim Allen now into the game. Goes to the far side of the field. Nosip's going to be in the slot next to him on the far side of the field. Quinn Commons once again brings him out. Second down and 3 at the 50 for the Hornets. Commons goes back, throws over there, and once again, is it going to be called a catch, Corey? They're going to give it to Nosip. This young man, and we're getting a flag on the play. You're going to call what? Pass interference on the offense?
Yeah, Kalen Nosip definitely pushed off against Tyquan Coleman, and no need because it was a back shoulder throw. He was going to get that ball anyway as Coleman didn't have his head turned around.
So that's going to move the Hornets back.
Number 15, 15-yard penalty remains second down.
This is a football team that's had 36 penalties so far this season. 349 yards marched off against them.
Second down
And Corey Edward gets the start instead of Tyler Walton tonight, number 71 in blue. That's the big right tackle.
So it'll bring up second down and 18. Commons once again throws it up. Ball goes up, almost intercepted as it comes off of Tim Allen's hands. And when it does, it floats almost for an interception against the Hornets.
Yes.
Daniel Sanchez now comes in as the up back.
Broke up that pass. Third down.
As the Hornets go into an I formation. Straight dive play up the middle to Lucky. Lucky gets a gain of 3, so they pass it, run a sweep, and then when they take the big loss, they run it up the middle. Not much room right there for Lucky.
Good defense by the Jaguars. D'Angelo Howard back deep. D'Angelo on the season hits long. Also the kick return. The kick return is 52. His long punt return is 15.
You got that good hair. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, just 25 yards. We get a flag on the play. He averages 25 yards per return. He's returned to 10 yards on kickoffs. And you were talking about him, Corey. Again, another person that's dangerous. So the Hornets once again get another penalty. Like we've talked about, the penalties have hurt this team this year so far.
Alec Fonseca averaging 36 yards per kick. That 37.
Howard gets a high floater towards him, signals for a fair catch, and takes it right at the 28. So with 12:55 to go, we're at 0. And you know what? If you're going to pick up the pace, if you're going to do what you need to do to get to this game, well, if your car isn't working, make sure you head down to Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. Joshua Owens at quarterback for Southwestern. Owens will be the leader this year. First down and 10. Owens hands it off to Chapman. Chapman gets taken down quickly. So they're going to get a loss of 1 on the play. Kalen Chapman stays in at running back. Near side of the field is going to be Irwin. Owens looks over. Here comes the pressure. He's going to throw it out in the flat, trying to get a block. One-on-one's got to make a sure tackle. They make a sure tackle. And that far side of the field, and Corey, that's David Farmer, who's pretty sure is a defensive player out there.
Has 1 interception this season. Offensive line, Chris Lira, Nathan Rickard, center Wyatt Riley, left guard Gabriel Preciado, and the left tackle will be big Flavio Gonzalez, 6'5" at 310 pounds.
It's Matthew Linton on the near side of the field. Owens doesn't look for him. Has somebody there, and Corey, this is the first sign we've seen of that little bit of moisture on the field causes the receiver to go down, not set his feet, to be able to catch the football.
Maybe.
Dawson Williams comes out for the return. That's what I love, your kindness that you give the players out there.
Early score from East Los Angeles. Has Mount Sac up 7-3 over the Huskies on SportsNetUSA.net.
So Dawson Williams watches this, going to hit the ground. He's going to pick it up on the dead run, cuts back the middle. He's at the 30, the 40, up the middle of the field, cuts the outside at the 50, still on his feet, gets dragged down from behind. He's safe at second base, and he's also down at the 41-yard line.
36 yards on the return for Dawson Williams. He's been a nice secret for the Hornets in the return game this year. Quinn Commons on that first drive, 1 of 2, 17 yards. Let's see if he opens up again as Brandon Rankins is back.
Tim Allen goes out to the far side of the field. Nosip's going to be in the slot on the far side of the field. Brandon Rankin, the running back now, next to Quinn Commons. First down and 10 at the 42. He's got protection, sets his feet, throws over the middle of the field. And Corey, the ball is there. It is dropped on the dead run. Perfect pass. You've got to squeeze it in if you want to make the catch.
Hot potato out there for Tyler Beckwith, who hasn't seen much time this year. That time you run a perfect post pattern out in front of the defender, and you can't make a throw better than that.
Tim Allen stays up far side of the field. Griffith's there. Near side of the field is Nosip. Beckwith stays in the slot. Second down, they run it straight up the middle. That's Brandon Rankin. Turns the corner, stays on his feet. He's at the 20. He's going to run a straight line. Touchdown, Fullerton College.
42 yards and a burst for the Hornets, and that is his longest run of the game, and I believe that is his first touchdown of the season. Make it his second touchdown of the season. His long run of 42 yards gives the Hornets the lead, and that's what they needed to do in this second drive.
Yeah, you looked at Brandon Rankin coming in. He touched the ball 19 times for 73 yards, only averaging a little over 24 yards a game. And he's almost doubled that his first couple times touching it.
But you see the urgency from the offensive line, Mark, opening up the hole.
So we're getting ready for the extra point. The ball is spotted. The kick is up. And the kick is good. With 11:22 to go here at Shapell Stadium, it's the Hornets 7, the Jaguars 0 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Let's go back to, you said, though, the urgency by the offensive line. And I really need an explanation on that when you say the urgency from the offensive line.
That was going to be possibly the weak point coming into the season for the Hornets. Not possibly. It was going to be the weak point for the Hornets coming into the season because they lost some people due to some unfortunate circumstances in the offseason. But now, in the first 3 games, they've been okay. They haven't established an identity. With a run like that, a drive like the first 2 drives, you begin to establish an identity because you're already in the 4th game. You need to get better for the rest of the season.
And they've done that so far here. So, and it's interesting. You're going to see the Jags move up, Corey, just for the simple reason. Against Santa Ana, many pooch kickoffs by the Hornets against the Santa Ana Dons when you looked at them. Back deep is going to be D'Angelo Howard.
And Davion Johnson looks like he's joining. Don't kick to Howard. He's dangerous, Mark.
Taken at the 10. Talk about speed, Corey. You talked about somebody coming in. It was sort of interesting. You said, don't kick off 2, and then you end up kicking off the young man and Davion Johnson, who looked like he has more speed. You're saying no, huh?
They're just as fast. I don't know about more speed, but yeah.
You think this is a fast football team the Hornets are playing against tonight, don't you?
I think they're a good, fundamentally solid, quick football team.
Joshua Owens comes out, attempted 75 passes before this game, completed 35. 46% is what he's done. That's not really a good number for a starting quarterback. Kalen Chapman in the backfield. He hands it off to Chapman, trying to go to the outside, turns the corner at the 30, stays on his feet, gets up to the 35. It should be a gain of 5, should be 2nd down and 5 at the 35.
Jacob Jones with the stop. So we'll reset that odd defense for the Hornets. Troy McDonald, Josh Tarango, Cameron Proctor, and Jamal Dorsey. Josiah Moore, number 51 on the right side, middle linebacker Tanner Bean. Near side linebacker is Alan Garand. He's starting in place of the injured Gil Vasquez.
Matthew Linton comes to the near side of the field. Far side of the field is Terry Wright for the Jags. Handed straight up the middle. Chapman gets it again. Might as well. He almost got another 5. They're going to mark him down just short of the 40. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 for Southwestern. The Hornets up by 7 on a great running play.
Secondary for the Hornets, near side corner is Jordan Wright, far side Xavion Steele, 42. The near side safety is Jacob Jones, who had a big interception 2 years ago in a state championship game, and David Farmer, number 9.
So 3rd down and 1. Owens comes back to the huddle. Matthew Linton comes to the near side of the field. Terry Wright's going to be in the slot right next to him in the near side of the field. Handed off to Chapman again. Chapman crosses the 40 on a nice off-tackle run play, Corey. So far, they are winning the battle at the line of scrimmage against that defensive line of the Hornets.
Tough running. Tough running by Chapman. Chapman, sophomore, 36 carries, 133 yards coming into the game. 1 touchdown.
So 1st down and 10 for Southwestern right at the 42.
Yeah, Mark, Southwestern had the most interesting score of the young season, losing to San Diego Mesa in the first game, 14-4. A lot of doubles and triples hitting that one.
Linton, again, near side of the field. Right next to him. They throw it over to Wright. It goes over off right shoulder. Incomplete pass.
In a few moments, Mark, we're going to go down to Noah after this series and see what's going down in this first quarter, give his information on what to expect for the rest of the game.
9:18 to go here in this quarter. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Wholesale changes defensively.
Michael Noble, Jaren Kenyatta, Sarah Smith into the ball game. Jacob Jones moves up there in a dime package.
So Wright stays the near side of the field. See what he can do. Missed that last one thrown in his way. They run it straight off a tackle, and Corey, these have been nothing but straight dive plays against this Hornet defensive line.
Yeah, but that was a nickel package, Mark, where you have 6 defensive backs, and so that run was perfect against that play. So you bring up 3rd down. Fullerton thought they were going to catch him with the pass, as Elijah Mott is now in the interior to join Josh Tarango.
Owens is going to bring him back out. Linton again. Stay with the same setup. Linton and Wright to the near side of the field. 3rd down and 4, just short of the 50. Fumble right there. Ball's away. It's on the ground. All the Hornets have to do is pick it up and scoot. They don't. Ball comes out, and Corey, they had an opportunity fall on the football when it's fumbled. You know what that looked like? That looked like somebody making a tuna fish sandwich with mayo and Ryan Osborne trying to pick it up because he knew you were going to put Greek yogurt on it. Look
at Ross Smith thought he was looking for a scoop and score, and then Wright was there to get the ball, get underneath everyone, and save that possession. I like that camera work when they get all up in there.
Don't you? Excellent job from the people here at Fullerton College TV. They're doing a great job tonight. Thanks for being out here again. Big rush. Going to hit at the 30. It's going to roll out of bounds. And so a ball that should have maybe exchanged hands with a scoring opportunity didn't happen. And Noah, if you're down there, like to get the feel of what that's feeling on the Hornet side of the field right now early here in the first quarter. So we'll see if we can catch up with Noah as the Hornets come out after a nice little punt. Puts them down in the hole. Cooper Callis now comes in at quarterback. So Callis in at quarterback and Alfonso Graham now in at running back for the Hornets. So Graham at running back, Callis at quarterback, first down and 10 at the 26.
And we'll go down to Noah what he saw in the first couple minutes of this first quarter.
Well, Corey, the Fullerton defensive line prides them on being the strength of this defense, but they were able to come up with the stop there against Southwestern. They're able to come up with a stop due to the fumble. It's a lot of slippery conditions.
So they come back to the line of scrimmage after a loss of 3 on the play. Callis looking things over. He's going to roll against the pressure, looking to find somebody open all by himself at the 40, the 50. It's a foot race down the sideline. Are they going to be able to make knocked out of bounds? So Callis finds his man wide open down there, and Kashawn Griffin all alone, Corey, on the sideline.
51 yards, and I was about to say, this is a dangerous combination for the Hornets offense or for the defense for the Jaguars. Cooper Callis can throw and run. Alfonso Graham might be the quickest back the Hornets have, and Keyshawn Griffin might be the fastest Hornet.
They hand it straight up the middle to Graham. Graham gets a gain of about 5. So Callis comes in, hits the big pass, followed up by a Graham run with 6:55 to go here in the first quarter, and the Hornets leading by 7.
And somebody earlier was questioning the speed of the Hornets.
I'm a little slow.
And I think that question might have been answered on that one.
Cooper Callis brings them out. Second down and 5 right at the 15.
Watch the read op.
Graham almost moves. He does. Here comes the pressure on Callis. Callis just throws it, and I like the fact he felt the pressure. Corey, he threw it where nobody could catch the football. That's intelligent football, and you like to see that from a quarterback.
Yeah, you're talking about a prolific quarterback out of Jackson, Missouri.
So it now brings up a third down. Alfonso Graham stays in at running back. Nosip comes to the near side of the field. In the slot next to him is going to be Tyler Beckwith. Beckwith throws in motion from left to right. Callis looks at the middle, rolls away from the pressures. Got to find somebody. Throws it into the corner, runs out of territory. And so it's going to bring up a big fourth down as he tries to go to Tim Allen, who ran out of real estate. So a great start to a drive with 6:20 to go here in the first quarter. Well, it fizzles out a little here on a damp night at Shapell Stadium. And in doing so, it's a chance to try and get that field goal, which was elusive in the Riverside game here at Shapell Stadium. 6:20 to go. They're going to mark the ball down at the 21. You add 10. It will be a 31-yard attempt. High snap. Kick is up. And kick is good. So with 6:16 to go, the Hornets, well, they'll tack on a few. I got a CPA standing behind me. If I've got 7, I add 3. That makes it 10. It's now the Hornets 10. Southwestern Jaguars 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Let's go back to that thing where you were teasing me about, because I go out with Noah to the coaches show. We talk about receivers we don't think are that fast, but you're going to tell me now, Mark, this is what I've been talking to you about. They're a lot faster than you think they are.
Yes, they are. And Kashawn Griffin, I think he showed you just the speed on the outside that they have. He had a 90-yard kickoff return last week. This is a 51-yard pass play from Callis this week. And you saw Dawson Williams on the punt return, who's got some speed. Brandon Rankins, once he gets his locomotive running, can get up to speed. And Alfonso Graham can move as well. So, yeah, their speed is showing. And Fullerton's coming out with more focus in this first half of the first quarter.
Determination.
Okay.
Give them a little of both.
And they didn't start this way last year against Southwestern. When we went down there, and by the way, we love that stadium.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And the people.
And it was a fun trip.
Yeah.
Gabby, you and I had a great drive down there. Trying to keep it away from Howard. They do. Big drive. Taking it to 2. Howard, who's a speed determinant, leads it up. Nice stop. Missed tackle. Taken out there. Turned the corner. They've got an opportunity. We got a flag on the play. 30, 40. Still nobody takes them down. Finally down at the 47. But the field is littered with a few, well, maybe they're hankies.
Yeah,
could be kerchiefs.
It's coming this side. I don't know how close that was to the play. That penalty on Southwestern has got to make you wonder. But again, Fullerton has to wrap up, and Davion Johnson showed his speed. Third quarter, Bakersfield 10, Golden West 7.
Wow. It's a lot closer than I thought it would be. I really did expect Bakersfield to just beat up Golden West College. You're going to say no?
Not this year. Bakersfield is not the same team as they have been in past years.
Either is Golden West College.
But their defense can play. It's their offense that becomes challenged sometimes.
Joshua Owens comes back in at quarterback. First down and 10, right at the 26. Linton comes out to the near side of the field. In the slot on the far side of the field is going to be Terry Wright. First down and 10. Owens once again straight to Chapman. Off tackle. Chapman refuses to go down, stays on his feet, gets bumped out of bounds on a nice run of 7 yards by Chapman. They're really doing a good job off tackle.
Looks like a pinball machine plus a hockey cross-checking out there. They're not wrapping up. That's why he gained that yardage. Josiah Moore, number 51 in blue, already has 4 tackles. Here's your replay as he's pushed out of bounds there by Josh Chirango. Chapman, 4 carries for 17 yards last series. Picks up 7 there, so 5 for 24 already.
It's going to bring up a second down and a long 3. Owens looks over. Stick with the run. It hasn't worked. They try to go to Terry Wright. They do. And nice defensive play because Terry Wright, it was one-on-one. He steps outside. Could be off.
Yeah, and he had a blocker in front of him, but that's that Steele guy again. Steele got you.
So
Pettiaco on the near side, defensive end for the Hornets.
So when you look at it now, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. Litton and Wright to the near side of the field. Joshua Owens comes out. Needs a long 4 to get a first down for Southwestern. Throws again over to Wright. Right side steps and Corey. There's the miss. Wright's off and running. He's at the 40. 40 down to 35, and we get a flag down here. And you're saying it's face mask because I didn't see any other penalty or a possibility of a penalty at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, so Ross Smith missed the tackle on that play. They ran the same play on the opposite side. Steele makes the tackle. On this side, Ross Smith does not, and you see.
43 on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
And here's your replay. Here's your replay.
Correct. 23.
And good camera work where you see the face mask by Junior Whitey right there. Brings him down. Good catch. They get packed on 15 more yards.
And Southwestern got what they needed immediately out there. Davion Johnson now at the far side of the field. Inside him on the far side of the field is Wright. Linton on the near side of the field. They hand it off to Chapman. Chapman breaks the outside. Nobody contains on the corner, and in doing so, he gets all the way down to the 12-yard line. Corey, that's the big thing, contain for a defensive end.
Well, yeah, contain, but tackle. I mean, yeah, there was no contain, but Alan Garan had him dragged, and he dragged him, and he's the injured party down on the field.
So we have a 30-second timeout because of an injury on the field. We're sitting here 4 minutes and 11 seconds. It's the Hornets 10, the Jaguars 0 here on Sportsnet USA.net. To everybody at Fullerton College TV. I tell you what, hey, if you're watching tonight and you're saying, I'd love to get into television, the program over at Fullerton will teach you the basics. It'll let you know how to run a camera, how to do a football game. They shoot in-studio shots there. You have some of the top people in the industry that can do that. So if you want to find that place to go, I tell you what, there's no better place to go than Fullerton College with Fullerton College TV. So that's what we've got going on with Fullerton College TV, and they're showing you tonight why they're so good.
Don't forget about that place where you get to talk on the air.
Yeah, I might mention you guys. I might mention you. You mean people that you mean talk on the air? Yeah. Oh, you mean podcast? Right? Isn't that what he's talking about?
Well, kind of. Dominic Vargas now in the interior, big number 95 for the Hornets. Michael Noble now takes the place of Alan Garan, who's being attended by the #1 trainer in the state, in the nation at the community college level.
That's absolutely right. Far side of the field, Davion Johnson. The young man's got speed. Wright's in the slot on the far side of the field next to him. They look to go this side of the field, and it's going to be Corey's thinking you ought to get a flag on that play. Corey, I don't think there's anything wrong with that play. Matthew Linton turns around, back shoulder pass. You're going to say he pushed off, aren't you?
Yeah, he pushed off. He backed off because he pushed off and turned around. Again, no catch on the play. Fullerton, or Southwestern actually, dodges a bullet. And what a difference a year makes for Southwestern. Last year they didn't have the confidence at the quarterback position to get the ball down the field. Now they look like a different offense, Mark.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5, just inside the 15. They hand it off to Chapman, straight off the center's hip. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be close for a measurement. It depends on where they spot the football. Corey Neyland, with his great eyes, is already saying it's short. We'll see if it is here with 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Fun first quarter so far. If you're a Hornet fan, you love it. If you're a Jag fan, well, you're just saying, come on, one little push. 4th down and a long yard for this team. I know if it's Corey Neyland or Ryan Osborne as coaches out there, they're going for it. Joseph Pavlovich, I don't know. He might be a little cautious right about here. Joshua Owen says, we're not. Let's go. Hands it off to Chapman. Chapman, we'll see. He falls at Corey. Talk about aid from the offensive line. That offensive line got that first down for the Jags.
Gabriel Preciado pulls him forward. I think he had it anyway, but those extra 3 yards, that's big number 76 out there. Helped the cause. 6'4", 305 out of Mar Vista High School.
So it'll be 1st and goal at the 6. Gabby Neyland's chanting defense to my left. She's got her gloves on, a la Ed Ford out there right now, so we'll see what she can do. The Jags come out. Jumbo package for the Jags. I formation. Chapman is the deep setback. Tight formation, straight up the middle. Off tackle. Chapman tries to get there. He crosses the 5, down to the 4, so he's going to be down right there. So Chapman's got 10 rushes in this game right now for 40 yards. So he's doing an outstanding job so far for the Jags. 2nd and goal, right inside the 5. We're at the 2-minute mark in this first quarter on a great evening here at Shapell Stadium, Yorba Linda, California. Once again, tight formation by Southwestern. What are you going to do? Go off the right side. Chapman just short. Ball comes out. They're going to say he is down at the half-yard line. That'd be an interesting replay to see if we've got it, to see if the ball comes out there. If we get that opportunity, because I'm not quite sure. Here it comes. We'll take a look to see if Chapman made it across the line. Just at the end. He's going to say he was down. That was a close one. The officials are doing a really nice job. 3rd and about 8 inches for the Jags. Hand it off to Chapman. Up and over. I don't think he got in. They're going to mark him short. He elevates himself to try and get over the top, and when he does, he's got absolutely no place to go on that. And basically Tanner Bean meets him right there and stops him at the line of scrimmage. So Bean makes the big play right now for the Hornets. Fourth and goal. Owens takes it himself. Does he get in? We'll see. Touchdown, Jags. So on a quarterback sneak, the Jags get in. The understanding, if you're fourth, you don't throw the ball 4 times. You try to run it in for a touchdown. And that's exactly what the Jags did to get on the scoreboard with 42 seconds to go. Nice drive from Southwestern, and they creep a little closer to the Hornets here in the first quarter. Get ready for the point after. So a successful drive. Try to get that out clearly. Loose teeth, a lot of S's. High snap, ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 42 seconds to go, it's now the Hornets 10, the Jags 7. You're watching Hornet football on SportsNetUSA.net in conjunction with Fullerton College Television Department. They do a great job. We have a great time every time they're out here. Make sure you check the schedule. We'll let you know when more games are going to be televised on the road and or at home. And we'll see if that happens. Oh, look at it. It's the old guy. Man, I look young on TV. I love this. Makeup. My head is shining. Look at that. You know what? That looks like, what? The high beams are on? I think so. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get the shot of that. See that thing right there? National champions. Ryan Osborne's got one of these. Corey Neyland's got one of these. Fullerton College. 2016 national champions. 2017 national champions as far as we are concerned here on SportsNetUSA.net. 13 plays, 77 yards for the Jags. Got my stat man, Ryan Osborne, whispering in my ear. Xavier Steele takes it, looks to go to the outside. There's Steele. We've got a flag on the play. Steele turns the corner, stays on his feet, goes to the sideline, gets run out of bounds right there. So Xavier Steele once again brings it back, but we're going to take this one all the way back to about the 32, have a conference, and then we'll take it back to the 30. We'll have a little conference, sit down, find out what we're going to have for dinner. Everybody will decide, do we want to go to the south or do we want to go to the north? Where's the better restaurants? We're going to find out in just a second.
Holding, return team, number 41.
Well, I guess we're going to go head to North Orange County, which means we're going to take the Hornets back 10 yards, holding against the Hornets. It'll be first down and 10 at the 20 with 33 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Quinn comes back out at quarterback. So Quinn Commons comes back out. 68% completion ratio when he is out there at quarterback. Nice number for a starting quarterback for this Hornet team. Handed off to Lucky. Lucky tries to get to the outside and cannot get to the outside as he gets stopped out there. Of course, you pull with one of your enormous big guards as they do there. Try to seal the corner, doesn't happen. And they're going to lose 3 yards on the play. So Commons at quarterback, Lucky Avenger, or Avenger with an I, at running back. Charles Byers Jr. out far to the right. In the slot over there is Griffin on the far side of the field. And before we can tell you who else is out there, we come to the end of the first quarter. As we come to the end of the first quarter, it's the Hornets 10, the Jaguars 7 here on SportsNetUSA.net. You know, when I talk about community colleges, and I really do, I mean Fullerton College. I love Fullerton College. I've been there for, well, Ryan Osborne, if he's looking through the record books right now, could say student number one, it was probably me when I went there. And why? Because they have some of the better professors, instructors, educators, mentors that you will find on the community college level. I tell you, if you're looking for something to do, just having fun like me, you're looking for a new career, maybe that's what you're looking for right now, or maybe you just want to get that elusive degree that you never could complete, well, there's no better place to go than Fullerton Community College. We keep bringing up the TV department. Hey, you want to play in TV? FCC, Fullerton College. You want to play in radio? FCC, Fullerton College. You want to play on the stage? FCC, Fullerton College. I tell you what, you want to be in the arts? There's no better place to play than Fullerton College. Hey, take a little time out for yourself and go down to Fullerton College and become a student right now down there. So the Hornets come out. Quinn Commons trying to go over the middle. Incomplete on that one. Commons looking for a tight end. Can't get it to him. So Quinn's 1 for 4 for 18 yards so far in this game today. 14:56 to go here in the second quarter. It's another tight game. It was tight last year. Hornets right now sitting at 10. Jags sitting at 7. Third down and 15 for the Hornets. Quinn goes back, feels pressure, looking for somebody else, puts it right on the money and gets that first down. Find those receivers that are open. Lorenzo Penn makes a nice little move right at the stick for a first down. So let's move the chains. First down and 10 for the Hornets, right at the 32. Jags come up. Looked like they want to do man for man. Once again, we're going to try the sweep with Lucky. Lucky gets just the outside, gain of about a half a yard on the play. So Lucky tries to make the play, tries to get the outside, and a nice stop by Fox, the defensive back for the Jags, coming up and making a tackle on that. Lucky's got 4 carries so far in this game and hasn't hit 10 yards yet. He's 4 yards. Well, he's actually 1 yard short. 4 carries, 9 yards so far in the game. Second down and 9. Quinn backs up, looking one-on-one, throws to the outside, and it looks like the receiver and the quarterback were on different routes, but we've got a flag on the far side of the field right at the 40-yard line. So we'll see what that penalty is going to be.
Holding defense, number 27, 10-yard penalty.
So it's holding against the Jags. It's going to give the Hornets a first down. Tim Allen trying to get out there on that. The tool man couldn't get out to where he needed to go on that. So that's going to move the sticks. First down and 10 for the Hornets with 13:58 to go. Quinn brings it back out. Nosip to the near side of the field. They almost jump. Lucky still in at running back. First down and 10, right at the 44. Now they come to play bump and run on defense for the Jags. They come to the line of scrimmage. Quinn throws it out here in the flat. Quick little pass out in the flat to Tyler Beckwith, and Beckwith makes a nice little catch on that. Well, I said Golden West wasn't that good this year, and Corey said Bakersfield wasn't that good this year, but right now Golden West College up by 4 over Bakersfield. It's Golden West College 14, Bakersfield 10. Quinn Commons looks for it. Quinn just misses hitting the man he wanted to get it to, which was Nosip, who's got speed. He thought he was off and running on that play. So it's going to bring up a third down and 6 at the 48-yard line here at Shapell Stadium. 13:33 to go, the second quarter. Commons looks things over. Lucky Avenger goes from right to left. Beckwith goes in motion. Quinn Commons goes back, has time to throw, looks the middle of the field, off the hands, and it should have been caught by Tyler, who had it hit his hands. Second pass tonight that has hit his hands and he's dropped, and so the Hornets are going to have to kick it away with 13:29 to go here in the first half. So nice little pass play that just doesn't work, and D'Angelo Howard comes in. He'll be the deep man for the Jags. Howard standing at the 10, off the side of the foot, it's going to hit, and going to die right at the 12-yard line. So with 13:20 to go, and we watch this pass play, and you can just see that it's off of Beckwith's hands. Gets up with Noah down there. I see you, Noah, walking around trying to get a little information. See what Noah's finding out down the sideline. Make sure you're here when we get the coaches to run off at halftime. Noah's going to give us a little more information. Chapman so far for the Jags, 12 carries and 40 yards in this game. So the running game has worked for the Jags. Straight up the middle, trying to go to the outside. Gain of 8 on the play. So DeAndre Daniels is in the game. He's the guy who had 75 yards with 2 touchdowns last year against the Hornets. Daniels in a deep set. They hand it off to Daniels again. Comes back in the middle, gets a gain of 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 right there. So Daniels, an excellent running back. Been hurt a little this year, on and off for this Jag team. Now he's back trying to play full time. This will definitely change the attitude of this team as the running back for the Jags. Big 3rd down, and we're going to get timeout on the field. So with 12:13 to go, let's stop the clock. It's the Hornets 10, the Jags 7 here on Sportsnet USA. .net. We'll get some more scores from around the area. Let you know what's going on. I want to thank Ryan Osborne for helping us out there. Victor Vasquez behind me. Noah, where are you, my friend? I'm looking for Noah Alvarez down there. There's Noah. Try to find out with Noah what the attitude is down there. This Hornet team started off fast, Noah, and all of a sudden it's slowed down. I'm not sure what anybody's feeling down on the field right now.
Well, I was listening in to Coach Brian Crooks' conversation with the defensive unit, and he's really emphasizing his defense to drive their feet once they make contact with the running back. We've seen Chapman break through a few arm tackles, and the defense hasn't been able to finish their tackles. They really need to drive their feet. That's one thing that the wet conditions are going to affect tonight in tonight's game.
We'll see if the tackling improves, Noah, because I'm sure if it doesn't, it's going to get a little harsher on that defensive side before you come home tonight. Big 3rd down and 3 for the Jags. Noah's just told us it's a little damp on the field, a little difficult to tackle. Chapman comes back in the game. So Daniels runs it a couple times. Chapman now back in. You want to watch him on a wheel route coming out of the backfield. Big 3rd down and 3 for the Jags. Here comes the pressure. Throw it over here in the flat. Right across the sticks. Nice catch. And Corey, you've got to love what happens on the far side of the field. Is all you need to do is get far enough to get that 1st down. That's what Linton did. Got across the sticks, stopped, and gets a 1st down for the Jags.
An underrated and underappreciated move, Mark. How many times do you see a receiver go 2 yards
and not get
the
it?
1st down? He goes 4, gets the 3.
1st down and 10. Pump fake. Owens going down deep. One-on-one incomplete pass.
Joshua Owen, 4 for 7, 50 yards.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd down. 11:43 to go. Fullerton 10, the Jags 7 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Close game like last year. Linton goes out to the far side of the field. Terry Wright in the slot in the near side of the field. Two of the guys they've been looking for all night long. Joshua Owens at quarterback. The Hornets sneak up. Owens has to get rid of it quickly. Does. Incomplete pass, and we're going to get a flag against the Hornets. And because it was physical defense on the far side of the field with Jordan Wright, they're going to give a penalty to Wright on the play.
Pass interference on the defense, number 13. 15-yard penalty results in a first down, Southwestern.
Well, that deadly Riverside team, Corey, who took care of the Hornets, currently is losing their game against Long Beach City College, who's had an excellent program for years. 21-17 is the score in that game. So we'll try to keep you updated on what's going around here in Northern and Southern California in the community college circuit. First down and 10 at the 45 for Southwestern. They're moving the ball again. Down by 3 in this game. Owen looks things over. They hand it off to Chapman. Chapman tries there, and Corey, this is once now where the defensive line has stopped the run.
Yeah, that's Cameron Proctor and Josh Tarango. Again, you're going to have a hard time running against those. You guys have Gabe Long in 2003. You have Shaw Lane. A few years after that, you have Junior Gauta. Now you have these guys doing damage. 5 penalties, Mark. 60 yards for the Hornets.
Second down and 11 for Southwestern. Mark them right down at the 43. So the defense stiffens a little. They're going to run it again. This time, another loss on a running play for the Jags.
Michael Noble out of Orange Lutheran was just sitting in the hole waiting for somebody to come through. You wait long enough, good things happen.
So they're going to mark him down. Well, they're going to back him up maybe another yard. It's going to bring a third down and 13.
And you saw Michael Noble last week against Santa Ana. He had that unique fumble recovery off the helmet. Almost scored a touchdown as a nickel package, actually dime package, comes in for the Hornets. Junior Wiley, Jaren Kenyatta.
Third down and 13 for the Jags. Owens looks over. He needs protection. Gets grabbed, flips it out here to Daniels in the corner, who tries to get back to some place of safety and just can't do it.
Speaking of safety, that's Jaren Kenyatta who makes the tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, that's going to be a first down. Kenyatta, nice job, freshman out of Maryland, Urbana High School.
So Dawson Williams goes back. You watch this, Corey. I mean, he's got no place to go.
I'm going to credit the tackle on that. No place to go because of the tackle, Mr. Kenyatta. Wow, we got more scores coming in. After this punt, we'll get to a couple more.
Sounds good. So Dawson Williams stands right at the 20. Here comes the pressure. High, booming kick. Williams is going to back away. It's going to shake out of bounds. And they're going to mark it at the 27. We have a flag. What do you get, a 5-yard penalty?
5-yard running into the kicker. So with that 5 yards, it's not going to be a first down, which is different than the other type. The other type is 15-yard penalty, roughing the kicker.
And we have a flag over at the 30. I think that's a face mask flag on the other side of the field. So we have a couple flags here.
Running into the kicker on the defense, number 48. The other penalty is face mask, number 18, on the kicking team. Those penalties offset, replay, fourth down.
So we have what Corey said, running into the kicker, a 5-yard variety. Then we had face mask on the other side of the line, but that's not a personal foul. They didn't call it as a personal foul. They offset each other, and so we're going to repunt it. Take 2. 9:22 to go. Corey Neyland, Ryan Osborne, Gabby Neyland, Noah Alvarez down on the field. Here comes the pressure. We have a flag. Again, it's going to be illegal procedure against the Jags. That's going to move them back 5 yards.
The officials getting a workout. Referee is Ed Zapolsky.
Offense, number 16. 5-yard penalty, Still 4th down.
Umpire Mike Sotelo. Head linesman is Chad Murphy. Line judge is Kyle Takau. Field judge Corey McMenamin. Side judge will be John Gill. And the back judge is Victor Hawthorne.
So we move him back 5 yards. The game is slowed down with 9:21 to go here in this first half. Well, you know, a little cooler, a little darker. They know we missed doing high school football till midnight the other night. They want to slow this game down on us. Here they come again. High, end over end. Shanked it this time.
39.
They're going to mark that out at the 36. So it's marked out at the 36 with 9:15 to go. The Hornets are going to take it over. It's the Hornets 10, the Jags 7, here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
More scores. Did you already get the Modesto American River?
I did not.
That Modesto 39, having a good year for the first 4 games. American River 19. San Francisco 35. Butte 24 in a final. And San Mateo, where we need to broadcast from, 14. Fresno 3 late in the third.
Quinn Commons back in at quarterback. Nosif to the near side of the field. Tim Allen goes in motion from left to right. They throw against the grain. Once again, ball is dropped at the 40. Right there, Griffin cannot haul it in.
That's number 2 in the third quarter. Mount Sac 14, East Los Angeles 6. Third quarter, Rustlers 14. You know Rashawn's happy. Renegades 13.
Coy Thomas now in to the far side of the field. So 2nd down and 10, right at the 38. Quinn brings them out, gives a little signal, gets people in motion. Here comes the pressure. Quinn going to the far side of the field, overshoots the receiver. Just rushed a little on the pass, and Keon Fogg, who's got speed for this game, just can't run underneath that one.
Yeah, Quinn made up his mind early that he was going to Fogg on the outside. He had Brandon Rankins leaking out into the flat on the near side if he wanted to play it safe. Three for 10 now, 38 yards.
Charles Byers Jr. to the far side of the field. So they're running receivers inside and out. 3rd down and 10 again. Commons looks over. Here comes the pressure. They sneak up defensively. Safety on a dead run. Safety blitz. Middle of the field should be open. It just overshoots it. Corey, the middle of the field was open because of a safety blitz.
Yeah, and you say the safety blitz. He didn't have time to really jump into it or step into it. You're going to say Tim Allen should have had it because it went off his fingertips. That's a tough catch because he was outstretched even though he was standing. Tough catch. A little bit out of range.
So right pattern, right call, just a little overthrown on that, on an all-out safety blitz by the Jags, and they get away with it. Big floater. Howard gets away from it. Ball's taking a bounce. It's going to take a Hornet bounce and dives right at the 20-yard line. We're at the 8:54 mark. Well, let's just say 9 minutes for fun. It's the Hornets 10, the Jags 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. And if you've got a little fun or you're talking a little fun, well, what better thing to do than buy a new Toyota? And there's no better place to go than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. That's right, Euclid and the 91. That's where I would go. Pull in, say, hey, SportsNetUSA.net sent us. We heard you've got the best deals in the world. Well, that's where you get them, at Miller Toyota and Scion at Euclid 91. They are a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. 1st down and 10 for the Jags, right at the 20. Throw a little flat pass out there.
Terry Wright leading the way receiving-wise for Southwestern. 3 catches for 40 yards. Couple tackles for loss for the Hornets. Steele and Proctor have 1 each. Sarah Smith, the safety, with David Farmer. Jordan Wright, the far side corner. Near side is Xavion. Jaren Kenyatta in there in the nickel package with Joe Christensen and Michael Noble. Up front, right to left, Jamal Dorsey, Josh Tarango, Ronnie Velasquez. and Braylon Willis.
So Owens brings about little confusion. Looking up for a formation, and the Jags are going to call a little timeout. And they do call timeout with 8:14 to go here in the second quarter. It's the Hornets 10, the Jags 7 on SportsNetUSA.net.
Joshua Owen looks good out there at the quarterback spot for the Jaguars, something that they didn't have that confidence last year when we went down to Chula Vista to watch the Jaguars and Hornets play.
And Chapman has looked good at running back so far.
That was one of the things that Coach Carberry said in the preseason, that Chapman is going to be one of the guys who's really going to step up and play well. He's going to get into the season as the starter due to DeAndre Daniels. His first game was last week. This week he gets a couple carries as well. And there's Brian Crooks, the defensive coordinator for the Hornets. Nice guy until you make him mad and do something wrong on the defensive side of the ball.
Nice haircut.
Yeah.
You know, we look alike.
Well, you got so many lookalikes. You, Eddie Steele, Fred Dreyer, Brian Crooks.
So is my nickname Chameleon? Brett Hundley? I look like Brett Hundley, too.
No, your nickname is going to be the Chameleon.
There we go. There we go. You ought to write a comic book about me.
Our crack statisticians. You know what?
Owen goes back, throws it out in the flat to Chapman, coming out of the backfield, gets a first down. So let's move the chain for the Jags.
For years, we've had no statisticians. We got 2 tonight, Mark. 6 of 10, 51 yards. Now 7 of 11 for 61 yards.
Well, let's put it this way. I trust one person's numbers. I know where the other one got his degree from. I know. You can count rings. I get it. Thought I'd get that in there before he threw it at me. Not for somebody who enjoys their food. So we get another penalty. Corey, this is the thing that has hurt the Hornets in the last 3 games, is penalties that allows the other team to have excellent field position. Drives Brian Crooks crazy on the field. First down and 10 at the 35. They've already got 68 yards and penalties in this game tonight. First down and 10 at the 35. Owens brings him out. Throws over here to right. Right. One-on-one. Tries to hurdle. Stays on his feet. Stumbles forward. And then we get a hit.
Owen does a nice job. Watch this play out to Terry Wright. That's his 4th catch. That end of that play could have been very dangerous.
So Owen at quarterback goes back, looks to the far side of the field. Trying right there to just thread it in to the one receiver that could only catch it. And that was Davion Johnson, who really does have speed for this team.
Yeah, but Xavion Steele is track speed, all-star speed, conference leading speed. You see him run the 200 during the summer, and he looks back at the right time, read the receiver's eyes, looks back, and that's why he's possibly the best cornerback in the nation.
So Joshua Owen trying to go deep, can't do it against the Hornet, brings up a 3rd down and 3 just across the 40-yard line. Got 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Hornets come. They hand it off to Chapman. Nice run play off tackle, and their running game is a good attack against this Hornet defense.
Yeah, the Hornet defense is very aggressive, so all the Jaguar offensive line does is they slice them in a zone and get ahead of the guy, and Chapman does a nice job of reading the hole, picks up the necessary yardage. Later on in broadcast, Mark, we'll ask Noah where Xavion Steele, if we didn't already ask him, where he ranks in the pantheon of cornerbacks and defensive backs for them.
And we've had some good ones.
Yeah, and I'll just say the last 15 years where he rank.
Davion Johnson comes out to the near side of the field. Terry Wright, the far side of the field. Owen goes over there quickly, throws it out there, and Linton takes it. stays on his feet, gets a gain of 9, see if they give him 10 on the play. There really is a good offensive attack right now by the Jaguars.
Yeah, it is. It is something that's rhythm. They've got rhythm. If I was Noah, I'd talk to Tom Deep because he's been around for 15 years as the equipment manager.
That's true, he has been. Could you imagine Tom Deep as a defensive back?
Yikes.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and a half a yard. Owen looks over, takes his time. The Hornets creep up. Here they come at linebacker. Owen once again throws that out in the flat. And Corey, it's the quick little passes that is now eating up the Hornets. Matthew Linton is doing very well on the outside.
Jordan Wright is over there on that far side out of Collierville, Tennessee. He's given him enough room to complete those short passes and move the chains.
Davion Johnson, the near side of the field, Wright's there. We're going to get flags. Owen says, I'm going to throw it up. It's a free one. Incomplete pass. Nice on his part. I like that. He knew he had the penalty, and he did not say, I'm just going to stop and take the penalty.
And the Hornets, this is the 3rd time they're thinking the center move the ball. That's going to go on Cameron Proctor. But a lot like the high school game we saw the other day. Watch the replay. That's Jamal Dorsey, Cameron Proctor, and Troy McDonald all jump as you see Xavion Steele and Sarah Smith just strolling along with Cherry Wright.
So once again, Wright comes in the slot, near side of the field. Davion Johnson outside of him. 1st down and 5 for the Jags. They hand it off to Chapman. Chapman stays on his feet, dances, gets to the 30. It's going to bring up a makeable 2nd down. And are we going to get another flag?
No flag. There's just some extracurricular activity between Josh Tarango and Gabriel Preciado. Tarango's got to be careful because that's his first warning.
So they're right at the 30. Let's make it a 2nd down and 3 at the 30 for the Jags. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's the Hornets 10, the Jags 7 on SportsNetUSA.net. Owen goes back, looks, takes his time. Hornets creep up defensively. Now they back off. And we're going to get a flag. It should be delay a game.
Delay a game. Offense, number 12. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And Long Beach, Mark, 21-17 over Riverside, the #1 team in the nation, right?
What, Long Beach?
No, Riverside. if you like those rankings and stuff.
I don't agree with them. I'm sorry, I don't agree with them. We'll have to get everybody on the air for SportsNetUSA.net and sort of look at them and say, hey, Sportsnet poll, the most accurate poll for community college football. Owen trying to float one down the sideline. Back shoulder pass, and Corey, you do what Matthew Linton does as a receiver. You let the defender run by you. You slow down, turn, and catch the football.
Here's your replay as he makes the throw when he knew he was going to get crunched by Dorsey. And that's just poor coverage by Jordan Wright. He didn't locate the ball in the air whatsoever. And Matthew Linton does. Easy catch. But again, Joshua Owen takes a hit crunched by McDonald and Dorsey. And Preciado and Tarango, again, after the play, you saw them tangled up. And that's going to come back to one of those teams. They got to play with their head and play smart.
1st down and 10 at the 13 for the Jags. Moving down the field, trying to take the lead in this game with 4 minutes to go here in the first half at Shapell Stadium here in Yorba Linda. 1st down. Owen goes back. Here comes the pressure. He gets flattened on the play.
And touchdown.
Touchdown, Jags.
Matthew Linton makes the catch, and Joshua Owen got rocked again by Dorsey and McDonald. Dorsey came a little high. Wasn't actually helmet to helmet. We'd like to see it again if we can. But he stands in the pocket and makes the throw. That's important. He knew he was going to get hit. Watch the replay and that's against Reggie Whitfield. Nice catch. If we can, we run that back one more time. you see how good he got his feet inbounds. You only need one in the college game.
So the Jags with 3:51 to go, trying to take a 4-point lead against the Hornets. Wait for the ball to get spotted. The ball is spotted. The kick is up. And the kick is good. With 3:51 to go, it's now the Jags 14, the Hornets 10 here in sports@usa.net. Let me go back to an old guy that I know from many years broadcasting with him. When we used to see quarterbacks duck and everything else. And the guy standing right here, Corey Neyland, used to say, hey, if you're going to get clocked, you might as well throw a touchdown pass. Give it to Joshua Owen Corey. He got clocked.
Yeah.
And he refused not to get the touchdown on that play.
But you see the aggressiveness on the offensive side of the ball for Southwestern. Last year's game, they didn't have that. They didn't have a true quarterback that they could move the ball down the field. Now they do, and the offense is a little bit more dynamic to go with a very, very good defense. Good things happen when all things come together.
And the other thing they've got, great balance. They run with Chapman. They run with Chapman. They throw a 7-yard pass.
Right.
So it has been a well-executed game plan so far here in the first half. We'll find out what Brian Crooks does to change what goes on. So Long Beach is up by 11 over Riverside. Kick taken at the 10. Cuts to the outside, trying to get a block. Down the middle of the field, taken all the way to the 35. And so Kashawn Griffin brings it back up. And the Hornets now are down. Here with 3:43 to go. Noah Alvarez down on the field, standing over there around Brian Crooks. Noah, it looks like it's really silent down by that defensive squad right now in the field. I don't know, what's the mood? Because looks like they're getting manhandled with balance.
We'll go down to Noah in just a moment, Mark. Give him a minute after he hears what's happening, get in position, and then tell us the feeling on the field.
First down and 10. At the 35, the Hornets are trailing by 4.
Watch Lucas Luft, the tight end on the near side. He wears number 80.
So the official's going to go back, spot the ball.
Might have a one-on-one matchup with the linebacker Jay Irwin. Single high safety is Isaac Wright.
All right, you got to prepare for this region.
Straight up the middle, taken by, and I think that's Callis that's in at quarterback. It is. So Callis back in at quarterback for the Hornets. Cooper Callis gets a big gain on a running play.
And he's faster than Quinn Commons, probably the most speed of the 3 quarterbacks.
So first down and 10 at the 47. Callis looks over. Jags crowd the line. Callis has time to throw. He's going to take it down again. Spins away. Across midfield at the 49. They're going to mark him down at the 50. We have flags. And we'll see who that is against. It's in the backfield. Normally, that's where you'll see a holding call against the Hornets.
Isaiah Obis with the hold. And that time the Jaguars disguised their coverage. First down, they came with the blitz in the same form and same package. This time they dropped back. Lucas Luft was the man in the middle that they wanted to go to, but he was triple covered in that zone.
So we're going to take that back to the 36. It'll be a first down and 20. Alfonso Graham in at running back with Callis. So big penalty moves the Hornets back again. They hand it off to Graham. Graham goes the outside, cuts back in. He's going to get across the 45. Gain of 8 on the play. It's going to bring up a second down and 12 with 2:50 to go here in the first half. Charles Byers Jr. here to the near side of the field. Graham still at running back. Callis at quarterback. Second down and 10. Callis keeps it again. Looks for a spin move. Gets to the 50. Gets a spin move. So it's going to bring up a third down and 7 at the 50.
And again, with 2:24 to play in second quarter. Is this 4-down territory if they don't get the first down here, or are they going to settle with possibly being down 14-10?
I'll go for it out there. 3rd down and 7. Jags look like they want to come. They back off now. They come up, pressure up the middle one more time. Callis has time. He's going to run again. Fakes it. Steps the outside. The speed gets the first down. We have 2 flags in the middle of the field. Corey, that's normally, well, it's not pancakes over at IHOP. It's usually holding against the offensive line.
And they've got Glenn Bernard again for the center for the Hornets, and that negates a first down. Good job by Cooper Callis, and a nice job of using his legs. Keep using your legs until you open up that passing lane. But 3rd down and 6, now 3rd down and 16.
So that moves it back to the 40. So penalties all year long has put the Hornets behind the schneid.
That's 8 tonight.
Big 3rd down now for the Jags. Cooper Callis says, let's run it, which they do, and it goes nowhere. And you know what? There's a lot of excitement on the far side of the field.
Andrew Shasa with the stop. Loss, gain of none. And again, Hornets played it safe, kicking it away, hoping their defense can do something in the last 1 minute and 38 seconds. And that Jaguar team, they get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Watch the replay of Shasa. That's a big kid, number 90. He ain't small. We'll go down to Noah if you're ready. 6'1", 327 is Shasa.
Noah, what's it feel like down there? Because it's not looking real happy up here right now with our crowd.
There's a lot of quiet players and a lot of quiet coaches. Fullerton is a really young team this year, and we don't see a lot of the players that came from last year's roster. First time being down, and they've gotten really silent. Coach Crooks on the defensive end, I was standing over there by their huddle. Coach Crooks was really emphasizing his defense to stay composed. We saw a few of the defensive players lose their composure while they were on the last defensive possession, so he's making sure that the defense stays composed on that side of the ball.
Well, we'll see if they do that, because the Hornets have to punt it away one more time, and they do with a beautiful punt all the way down. They're going to mark it at the 20. Boy, I don't know about that spot. I saw a little backpedaling going up. I probably would mark that about at the 17. Corey Neyland says, no.
Owen is 12 of 17 for 107 yards. Linton 4 catches, 43 yards in that last touchdown.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. A minute, 30 seconds to go in this first half. And it's the Jags out of Southwestern. They're up by 4. It's the Jags 14, the Hornets 10 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. We'll see if the defense of Brian Crooks can pull off something in the last 1:30. Straight dive right up off a tackle, and that has been the soft spot so far for these running plays for the Jaguars.
Well, up front, they're not small. I mean, you've got Chris Lira, 6'4", 295. Nathan Rickard, 6'6", 295. Gabriel Preciado, 6'4", 305. Flavio Gonzalez, 6'5", 310. And Wyatt Riley, 6'1", 285. Oh, that's an average of a whole lot.
Second down and 6. Little delay, and it looks like a little confusion, and it takes it up to 25. The Hornets are going to let the clock run. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Surprised they don't use a timeout here.
No, they want to go in. They couldn't get anything down after their first 2 possessions. They really couldn't get anything started. As Josh Chirango was in there for the stop. Started the 4th quarter, in the 3rd quarter, Rustler's 20-13 lead over Bakersfield, while Long Beach 28-24 over RCC in the 4th.
Noah's going to grab our offensive line coach and see what he thinks before they get off the field today here in the first half. Once again, a delay off the left. And Corey, I am so impressed with this young man so far as a running back. When I look at Daniels out there, he just knows when to stop and restart, even though he's been hurt this year. Watch this for him. Stops, starts, looks for the hole, cuts back to his right. That's ballet as we come to the end. Well, It's curtain time here in the first part. We're going to take an intermission. That's right. It's the Jags 14, the Hornets 10 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. And before Noah gets Coach Gardner, there's going to be a little conversation down on the field with the Hornets. Hopefully it's a pleasant one. Right now, Coach Campbell's talking to everybody about this. They were here against Riverside. They were close, and they couldn't come back to win the deal. I think this is just that little fatherly advice of let's go in. We're not doing the bad as Noah grabs our offensive line coach. Noah, we'll have to see what Coach Gardner says down there.
So when they get in position, we'll get you, Mark. And nobody's happy down there. Very animated on the field, and glad we're not. Noah, go ahead and take it away.
I'm here with Fullerton College offensive line coach Keenan Garner. 77 rushing yards on the ground in the first half. How did you feel your offensive line did in the first half?
Actually, we blocked it up pretty well. A lot of our plays have run-pass combinations in them, and some of the times we had it blocked up for run, and we just threw the ball and had a few misses. But for the most part, we were assignment sound. Missed one on that last one. They got the big third down play, but for the most part, offensive line done a pretty good job.
So it looked like on that third and fourth drive, you guys were finding a groove, and then some things happened that didn't go, fortunately, for your way. What do you do to keep your momentum going on your side in the second half?
Biggest thing is just line up and continue to play hard. Like I said, if you noticed for the past 4 weeks, I haven't been in a lot of penalties on my offensive line. Both of those holding calls were a result of them playing to the end of the play. So they're borderline, they were just finishing. But the main thing is to continue to line up and play hard and tell them to play to the whistle.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you, Noah. Appreciate that. Good stuff down on the field. I mean, one of those things that offensive line has played well. This is probably their best game thus far, even though they're down by 4, as you have more athletes on the field. The Fullerton College Championship, Fullerton College dance team and cheer squad. National champions.
National champions. And, yes, these are athletes down the field. I tell you what, everybody who says, I can do that, why don't you rehearse 5 days a week, go to class, rehearse 5 days a week, and then come out here on the weekends. And you know what? Everybody sort of looks at the young ladies that are involved, and they go, oh, it's halftime. I think I'll go get a hot dog or a Diet Coke. These young ladies are out there showing you their talent, and they are somebody that works all the time. We've got a few more scores that we'll hear here at halftime about what's going on. Nick Mitchell's team is up. The franchise is probably dancing on top of the roof in Bakersfield, having a Corey Neyland hot dog for free over there. It's a long ride home franchise. Don't eat more than one. Corey can attest to that.
Like Busta Rhymes said, give me some more.
Yeah, that's what Corey said once. And Ben Root said it more than once.
I meant scores, not hot dogs.
Oh.
Long Beach 24.
Wait a minute. George Allen is still
Riverside.
alive coaching football?
Long Beach 28, Riverside 24. And Mark, we want to still go up to San Mateo. 17-3, they win against Fresno. And also Canyons, 24, Cerritos 17. Is that still in the start of the fourth? There you go.
Well, you know what we've got going on here, because we've got players that are on the field right now and everything else. Corey Neyland and I need a little help from you that are watching this Hornet football game. We've been talking about, Corey and I have been around. We've been out here for roughly 18 years for me. Corey and I debate how long he's been out
here. A long time. You saw the grays in the
But
head.
a lot of time. And we've talked about the teams that we have seen, the great players that we have watched over the years. We're putting together a team with Ryan Osborne's going to chime in. Corey and I are going to chime in.
No,
If Tom Duff was still alive, he would chime in and help us out.
And here's where we really miss Tom Duff to give us those players pre-2002.
Yeah, so if you're a Hornet fan, a real Hornet fan, and you've watched the games over the years or you've come to the games, hey, get a hold of Corey Neyland and myself or Ryan Osborne. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter.
Facebook, just type my name, Corey Neyland. You'll see me. It's the ugly guy there.
He's the guy that has a little picture of himself. He's 382 pounds, size 52-inch waist.
And the black is
that's Ryan Osborne.
And the black is slimming too. On Twitter, at SportsNetUSANet. That's Twitter for me. For Mark, at SportsNetUSA. That's his Twitter. Hit us up. Ryan Osborne 22, at Ryan Osborne 22 on Twitter as well. Hit us up. I know Hal Sherbeck, friends on Facebook. Give us some love
and help.
Yes, please.
Because we have our opinions. We're not right. We're not wrong. And we're sure that you have your opinions. For the ones that have been around longer, Corey and I, you saw some of the great names that we already talked about tonight.
Yeah, and
when we talked about it.
Because there's a whole lot of recency bias with us.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at the last 17 years. We ended up talking to somebody casual one day. Corey was out for the coaches show, which Noah Alvarez hosts. And we said, hey, best teams, we sort of have love for that 2010 team, that 2013 team.
2013 team.
Well, and we love.
Not 2010.
Oh, Corey doesn't love
it. It has
anybody.
the best teams ever. 2013, 2008, 2009, 2016,
and 17. And this person looked at us and said,
2003.
That person said to us, who's associated with the team for many years, best talent. And he gave us a year, and we looked at each other. And then Corey and I talked to each other afterwards and said,
the year was 2017 most talent.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be, I'm trying to leave it open.
Leslie, no, we know that. Give an answer. Being general is not going to be good here. On SportsNetUSA.net, you got to come with it. 1955 is chime in the ear, but 2017 maybe the most talent there. 2013 most team chemistry. 2016 was simply a special year, Mark. So give us some help on those players, because we still don't know how we're going to do it. Do we want 11 players on offense and defense, or do we want 5 at each position? Because the more we dig, the more we find.
And if you want to give us an explanation, we'll read it. We enjoy that. And if you want to give us, this is my team, that's it. You don't have to give us an explanation.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we're going to figure it all out and say, okay, this is what we've got. We put it together. This is what you told us. This is what we think. This is the team that we come up with. And it's fun for us to look at this. We have seen some great Hornet teams over the years. Mm-hmm. We've seen some fun Hornet teams over the years. And we've seen some Hornet teams, Ryan Osborne, that we've all said, we're going to Bakersfield to watch what? Here on SportsNetUSA.net. And for you guys that are older than me that played for these Hornet teams,
that's the real people.
Hey, those are the guys we'd love to hear, because we'd love to have you, if you were at the games, come on up. I know a lot of you don't like coming on the booth, but we enjoy the fact because we miss Tom Duff desperately. When there's a pass play that'll happen, Tom Duff will say, in my day,
is Rich Leon the greatest wide receiver in Fullerton Hornet history?
Okay, we'll give one of the quarterbacks that you've taken, because the old-timer. You gave me an old-timer at quarterback when we talked.
Well, I love Brig Owens. I mean,
there you go.
He might be the first guy in the Sherbeck era to really, he might be the best athlete ever out of Fullerton. So Brig Owens is one. Then he moved to the 70s, or later 60s, Jim Fossil. 70s, you got Steve DeBerg, Dave Wilson. In the 80s, you got Victor Williams, Tom Kirchmeyer.
I remember my first years with Tommy.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. And don't forget Jeff Fleming, who we talked about the other night. Connor Benarski, who we talked about the other night. Mm-hmm. Corey and I. Corey looked at me. We came home from a game, and Corey says, let me give you, and he played the game that we normally play. He goes, okay, Jeff Fleming or. Then he goes, Jeff Fleming or Darius Banks. When we were talking today, we said Darius Banks, career record holder for touchdowns in a career. That's surprising as all get out to me when you think about some of the quarterbacks we've had.
Yeah, but remember, it's more pass happy when Darius started coming over. He was prolific in Culver City, so he comes to Fullerton and then brings it. They didn't quite have it. Him and Kenny Turner in the backfield. I think they were missing something that year. Well, phantom calls, 3 overtimes against Palomar. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, somebody walked away one time and went off the air during that game. I won't say who it was.
Twice.
But I like to talk, so we know who walked away. So help us out here. We think it would be a fun time to do this, and we can't do it without you watching the game. We know you're fans.
We don't want to do this without you.
Yeah, we want it to be a team that we can say, it's not Ryan's, Corey's, and Mark's team. It's the Fullerton College fans team that we're going to talk about at the end. And, yeah, you might raise our eyebrows. We might look at each other and say, everybody voted and said do this person. We might all go, what the heck? But guess what? that's what makes it so much fun when you say what the heck, or you tell us about great plays. We were talking about Eli Pleasant, and I was talking to a couple coaches today, and they were talking about the catch that Eli made, and I'll say the college against Saddleback. They still feel that Saddleback is bitter because of that catch by Eli Pleasant to win the game in the last waning seconds of that game.
And they should be better because he went 92 yards to get them to the state finals against, and that's going to be a national championship game against Butte. And that's one of those things that they should have gone to. So
I was looking to see if my buddy Noah Alvarez had somebody down there to talk to, because I know Noah was looking for an interview, but since we don't, we'll go over a little stats.
Yeah, you're going to go over some stats with Victor.
Okay, and I'm going to have Victor come on. And of course, Victor does high school football here on SportsNetUSA.net with Noah Alvarez. And we're going to see if Noah, if you got somebody down there who wants to visit with you for a while, when Victor and I get done, just let us know, and we'll find out. Victor, come on over here. I mean, we look at this half with the Hornets. A little surprised at the outcome of the score right now. 14-10 in front of the Jags. You've been standing behind us, feeding the stats with Ryan Osborne as we're looking. And Joshua Owens having a nice game. 12 of 17. That's prolific for a quarterback. For 114 yards. Doesn't sound like much, but at the end of the day, if he keeps this up, he's going to be 24 of 34, which is a very nice number, for 228 yards and maybe another touchdown. He's had a good night so far.
He has so far, Mark. I mean, he's been able to find multiple receivers in DeAndre Daniels, and his main two targets have been Matthew Linton and Terry Wright, both receivers with five receptions apiece. And they both already averaging more than 50 yards so far in this half. As of this first half, Matthew Linton, receiver for Southwestern, has one touchdown, 13-yard catch in that second quarter. Got that first touchdown right there for the Southwestern Jaguars.
And since we were talking about quarterbacks, we'll flip it to the other side. We're going to look at the Hornets right now, and we really expect a more prolific passing attack by the Hornets coming out there. Quinn Commons that's out there the majority of times. Of course, Cooper Callis may be more of a running quarterback, but when you look at their numbers right now, they've got 4 completions, 4 in this first half out of 14 attempts. And when you look at their numbers, they're sitting there at 96 yards combined right now with no touchdowns out there. A little disappointing if you're a Hornet fan looking at what they've done so far out there.
And Mark, you think, okay, well, they've only got 4 completions. Well, what's going on? I mean, you see Commons. He's trying to find his receivers. There's a lot of missed opportunities where he overthrew some of his receivers. Ended up being Keshawn Griffin as well as Tyler Beckwith, where he's trying to get him in the middle of the field. Ends up going right, tipping off of the fingers. Just missed opportunities, and that's where Cooper Callis came in, just like you mentioned, with his feet, starting to rush for 14 yards, trying to get his mojo going as it goes on. But let's see, hopefully in that second half, they can start hitting the target with their receivers.
And when we look at the rushing attack for both teams, well, Chapman has been the one for the Jaguars out here. Keelan Chapman has had an adequate night. He's got 47 yards in this first half. He's only averaging a little over 3 yards a carry. But then you go to the Hornet, and I'm going to compare 2 running backs against you. The Brandon Rankin, 1 touch, 42 yards. So then you look at the stats right now, maybe a misnomer. You're a number guy. I mean, it looks like the Hornets are doing well on the ground, but when you flip it towards rushing, if you take away Joshua Owen and his, where they called a run attempt, he was really trying to get out of there from getting sacked, loses 20 yards. The running attack for the Jags is a little better than the running attack for the Hornets.
And it really is, Mark. I mean, you see Kylan Chapman, again, having these runs where you see the first tackle miss every single time. He's so elusive, being able to kind of just go around his tackles, finding those holes and being patient as he can. You look at the other side as well. I'm really surprised that Brandon Rankins has only touched the ball once. He had such success in that first quarter, getting that 42-yard run for that touchdown. Ever since then, we haven't really seen him. So really want to see what the idea is and what the game plan is for Rankin in that second half. Hopefully he gets more touches and gets that rushing game going for Fullerton.
Well, we heard about field position against Riverside. They know they had field position. You were at the Santa Ana game, the Hornet offense. But when you look at it right now and you talk field position, 6 first downs for the Hornets. That's doubled by the Jags. They've got 12 first downs. When you look at it, the Jags out there right now, they're 12 for 17 when they're throwing the football. The Hornets are 4 of 14. And then that throws you into, well, who's done what? Well, it looks like the Hornets are better because you look at the number there down there. The Hornets are out in front of overall yardage against the Jags right there, Victor. And that's really a deceptive number when you look at the sheet.
And it really is, because you start seeing, okay, what type of plays we're running. Okay, just like you mentioned, the run attempts that are caused by Joshua Owen that are not causing those real yards. So although they are ahead of it right now, it all comes down to those missed opportunities that Fullerton had in that first half.
And here's the number I'm going to throw at you as you go down this sheet and you look here. We've talked about it. The Hornets have been stubbing their toes, guys. They did it against Riverside. Brian Crooks and I talked, and field position was a killer against Riverside because of what Brian would say, dumb penalties. Victor, you go down there in the penalties. Well, I tell you what, if you're a betting man and you're betting on the Jags right now, they're playing a pretty clean game. If you're the Hornets, I guess they like the color yellow because they've had a lot of flags thrown against them.
And what's even more unfortunate, Mark, is that a majority of those penalties have come at third down, giving the Jaguars an automatic first down, giving them in better field position, and that's what's kind of hurting.
Yeah, it really is.
Right now in that first half.
The Hornets, 8 of 86 when you look at the amount of penalties. The Jags, 3 of 25. None that have really been that nasty or damaging when you look down. Third down efficiency, the Jags, 50%, 5 of 10. The Hornets, again, a dismal number, 14%, 1 of 7. You can't win a game if you do that. Fourth down efficiency, the Jags have done it twice. So they have been number guy. Been the number guy. So let's see if Noah's going to get somebody. Noah, we're going back down to you. Phil Austin, is he happy or is he sad?
College Phil Austin, how happy are you with the performance of your defensive backs here in this first half?
Not very happy. We're not tackling, playing uninspired ball. They're playing harder than us right now, and I'm not used to that. So we got to bring the dog out in us and start going after these guys.
We saw Matthew Linton, the receiver for Southwestern, have 5 catches all in those last 2 drives for the Jaguars. How do you better game plan against him in the second half?
Well, we got to get some help. They like to throw to the boundary. We got to be a little bit more aggressive, find the ball in the air. Really first, playing this late, so our guys are looking up, not finding the ball. But I got to keep confidence in my guys, and we'll turn around this second half and shut them down.
0 sacks and 0 interceptions in that first half. How do you create more pressure on Joshua Owen and also create some turnovers?
They're doing a good job max protecting, getting the ball out quick on bubbles and hitches and stuff like that. Not a lot of routes you get out opportunities to pick. So once we get up here, hopefully we'll start getting some more points on the board and then put them in a situation where they got to throw it down the field where we feel a lot more confident getting the ball.
And the Jaguars are winning the time of possession battle 21-8. How do you get the Jaguars offense off the field quicker?
Well, they're doing a great job on first down. First down, they're getting 7-8 yards, putting them in second and short situations, 3rd and 1, stuff like that, where they get 1 yard and get a first down. So we got to play a lot better on first down, be more aggressive.
And it seemed like a lot of the penalties killed the Hornets in the last 2 drives for both offense and defense. How do you limit the penalties going forward in the second half?
You just got to play smart. You got to play smart. You could be aggressive without crossing the line and have trust in your teammates that they'll make plays.
All right, thank you. Best of luck, Coach, in the second half.
Thank you, Noah. Appreciate it. Your Samaria's down to the right of you, Noah. So go ahead and look her up.
I think
More.
I need to change your battery on your transmitter.
It's really interesting, Corey. The number that I think stands out is the penalties when you look at it. It's the penalties that really has hurt this Hornet football team against Riverside, who is losing against Long Beach with 6 minutes to go. Looks like maybe the number 1 team in the nation is going to get knocked off. We'll see tonight, Long Beach. Then we'll see who's number 1 after that. The thing
Ryan says Modesto because they've had a surprising season.
You know what the thing I like, though? And I got to go down there and ask Tom Deep. Coaches are wearing national champions 2017 sweatshirts, Ryan Osborne. They got 5 titles across the chest, Ryan Osborne. Yeah.
We need one.
Corey, Corey
Maybe
Neyland
3.
needs one.
I definitely need one.
You know, extra, extra large.
It doesn't really matter what size it is.
You've
'Cause
been
if
asking.
it's a small, Gabby can wear it.
Corey's been asking for one. It hasn't.
More scores before you say something. 2019 final. Rustlers over the Renegades. Golden West gets a victory. Palomar down 38-31 to Ventura. Saddleback in the fourth quarter, 29-14 over Moore Park.
So Phil Austin was over in the huddle while Corey was telling you those scores. I hope you were watching the huddle. Phil Austin was very polite to Noah Alvarez. He was not a happy man over there. And Corey, I think the defensive backs have done a nice job. But if you look at Owen and his numbers, he could have an easy 250, 260-yard game tonight and be throwing at a 74 to 75% completion ratio against what you call a very tough defensive group in the backs for the Hornets defensively.
Mark, he's only working one side of the field.
Well, it doesn't matter. Then if you're staying away from the man who might be the best defensive back there, then switch sides. Let him follow who you think might be hot. We'll see what happens as the Jags are going to receive, and they're going to receive the football with that 4-point lead. So we're getting ready to start a second half here on sports@usa.net. And if you're buying that Toyota, don't forget, only one place to go. Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of high school sports, community college sports, but most of all, education.
And Mark, we're going to read a reply for that team and players. And it's a good one.
Deep kick. Deep in the end zone. Hesitation to take it out. Straight up the middle. Turn the corner. The young man gets hit out of bounds. Boy, the speed on this young man that runs for them. Corey, I tell you what, Davion Johnson is fast dancing out of the end zone.
Yes, he is. Very, very fast. And we're going to get to him when we have a moment. Randall Stanton. Hey, Randy, thank you very much for listening. Always enjoy your time. We're going to read his reply to that team. And also,
you're going to keep it too, right?
Oh, yeah, some of those players that should be in the top fives that we're going to make up.
First down and 10 at the 25. And I don't know if there was a flag. Here comes the official. Let's see if there's...
Conduct, wedge block on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So the Jags start off the second half with what the Hornets have been doing, putting themselves in poor field position because of a penalty. Fourth flag of the night. 32 yards in penalties. Owen comes out at quarterback. He's had a good night. Terry Wright in the slot on the near side of the field has been one of his favorite targets. Going deep down the field, incomplete pass, and boy, that looked like one that was ready to get picked off.
And exactly what you said, Jordan Wright's been picked on that right side of the offense, and that time David Farmer shades over as a cover in deep, and if it's thrown well, it's picked for Farmer. That would have been his second.
Owens back there, Chapman the running back. Johnson, near side of the field, once again. They hand it off to Chapman. Chapman breaks a tackle, and poor tackling has haunted the defense all night long.
Chapman's not a bad back out there. When you get DeAndre Daniels back out there in full swing, they're going to be very, very dangerous. Daniels had 21 yards in the first half. Chapman 47 and another 12 there. Watch the replay as he puts on the speed, and nice spin move there. Josh Chiringo has to come and knock him out of bounds. That's your nose tackle.
First down and 10, right across the 25. This time they try and throw it. Owen fakes the dive play, and nobody bid on it, Corey, and he takes a brutal attack for an incomplete pass.
Jamal Dorsey was there. And also Troy McDonald laid the hit on him. Another final elsewhere in SoCal, Chafee, 55. Excuse me.
Number 4 was in the area. Second down.
Intentional grounding, no call. Chafee, 56. Pasadena, 6. That's a final. Mount Sac with 8 minutes left, 21-16 over the Huskies of ELAC.
Owen, when you think about it, a little over 46% has been very good at quarterback tonight, completing passes. Hands it off to Chapman. Chapman in the backfield. This time gets wrapped up right at the 30. Gain of 2 on the play. Corey, I'm going to let you reset the Hornet defense before we get too far in this game.
And there's Preciado again with Tarango matched up. Tarango, Proctor, Dorsey, and McDonald. And they're going to call Tanner Bean, who was against Preciado, who's been in every scrum tonight. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty for the Hornets. So McDonald, Tarango, Proctor, and Dorsey, the front 4. Bean, the middle backer, number 30, just picked that one up. Morrow and Noble are the backers. Near side, corner is still, far side is right, safeties. As Bean comes out for Christensen, Farmer and Smith are the safeties for the Hornets. 9 for 101.
Wow. First down and 10, right at the 45. Owen throws it over the flat, tries to get a block out there, does, and Owen has got things going for him. And now his receivers are blocking on the outside. And when you get somebody like Matt Litton that blocks out there for his counterpart, Terry Wright, they're picking up yards.
Yeah, Chris Lira, Nathan Rickard, Wyatt Riley, Gabriel Preciado, and Flavio Gonzalez. They're the keys today for the Jaguars, and they're winning the battle of the trenches.
Davion Johnson out. We're going to get offsides. They're going to throw to Davion Johnson, who slips on the play.
Should be a false start, Mark. The center didn't snap the ball, and the offense was moving also, but they're probably going to call it offsides.
It's against the Hornets.
Offside. Defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty results in a first down, Southwestern.
If you had a replay on that one, you would see the late snap as the ball moved just a little bit but didn't come back. Offensive line moved as well. But anyway, Fullerton, that's 10 penalties for 106 yards.
And another first down because of penalties, the things that you don't talk about for penalties when you're looking out there. Anthony Jackson now to the near side of the field. Owen looking over, and he's got his team. The Hornets are trying to do something. A draw play on an all-right blitz, and a great call as they blitz on the play and counter it with Chapman going straight up the middle.
Yeah, and that was a great play fake, a la Brett Favre used to see back in the 90s with Green Bay. He fakes the throw outside but hands the ball off with his left hand to Chapman, and against that run blitz, that's a perfect play call.
Second down and 3. As the Jags slowly matriculate down the field. 2nd and 5. They throw out here the flat. Wright gets it this time. Spins, puts a hand down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. And about 2 for them. And you look at Terry Wright. Great balance. This is a freshman at wide receiver. Only averaging 31 yards a game. Doing much more tonight for the Jags.
And Fullerton is playing off the ball. So you have Sir Ross Smith, who's the safety, coming up to make the tackle, but he's playing off the ball. Xavion Steele, you can leave him alone, let him play man-to-man all night long. And let's see if Brian Crooks makes something happen or something different.
Steele against Jackson on the near side of the field. Here come the Hornets with the blitz again. No flags on the play. Throwing deep for the corner. A push. No flags, no catch. A really nice no call by the official.
Good coverage by David Farmer. And again, Southwestern, they won a penalty for offside. Fullerton jumped, but apparently they weren't in the neutral zone, so no encroachment penalty.
So Owen at 123 yards in this game so far. 1st down and 3. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Owen at quarterback. Chapman at running back. Johnson here to the near side of the field. Hornets play man-to-man. They come off the corner. They hand it to Chapman, who goes where it's vacated by the linebacker on a blitz. The linebacker comes in. He runs behind the attack in a natural gap to get a first down.
Yeah, Nathan Rickard opened up that hole on that side. It looked like it was designed to go inside, but it was not. Rickard sealed on the inside for Proctor. He scoots through. 8 men in the box, you're always going to pick up that first down if that one block is made.
First down at the 15. Owen looks to throw, goes back shoulder, doesn't get it, incomplete pass. So the Hornets trailing by 4 with 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter, second half, trying to hold them down just the 3 points.
And you can see the Jaguars' momentum going. They know they got Fullerton on the right side on the ropes. They're not even looking to the left side of the field, or the far left side of the field. So they're trying to move to their strength, and they're not going away from that.
Second down and 10 at the 15. Owen looks over, takes his time. Here comes a blitz again. They run it to Chapman. Chapman runs over somebody at the 10. Ball comes out. Play's called dead.
5'11", 215 out of DeSoto High School in Texas, Mark. That's a truck move.
He's pushing the century mark. Almost at 100 yards of the game. Just 5 short right now. Thank you, Ryan Osborne, for that information.
I don't think we've seen a back this good. Well, Ramondre Stevenson, of course, last year for Cerritos. But really, 2 years ago when they played San Mateo in the championship game.
Third down. They hand it off to Chapman again. He's just short of the first. It's a 4th down and a yard. Okay, I'm going to you.
Play well last year. Okay.
I'm going to go to you. You going to kick the field goal? Or you going for the touchdown?
I'm going for the touchdown. They haven't stopped me once on this drive, whether it's a penalty or not. I'm going for 6.
Ryan Osborne, you eating cabbage, or are you going to eat that savory dish? Cabbage?
He means green. He's going for the money.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what you meant. But they're going for the field goal.
Little surprised that they're doing this. I side with you two guys.
DJ Del Fiero.
High snap. Ball gets set down, and the kick is good. Great grab, and now we're getting flags all over the place. And boy, it's after the play.
Del Fiero now 1 for 3 on the season field goal attempts.
We're ready.
And that's Josh Tarango. And Tarango is down there, and it's really one of those things. All second quarter, he's been in the middle and thick of things. And this time, Crooks and Campbell are not happy.
Dead ball, unnecessary roughness on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff.
And Tarango is arguably their best defensive player this year. Is down on the ground, and Brian Crooks there in the gray, head coach Garrett Campbell in the visor. And let's hope the young man is okay, as this thing has gotten chippy. And for an update of another score, Golden West, you hear they win 20-19 over Bakersfield. Bakersfield went for 2 instead of the tie. They went for 2. Pass incomplete in the end zone. So Rashawn Haylock driving home happy.
I thought the update from Rashawn was, I did eat 2 hot dogs, and I don't feel too good. Could somebody come to Bakersfield and get me?
That hot dog was so bad. I can still feel that, and that was, 12 years ago.
It's still sitting in your stomach.
So, Mark, we had a reply for our best teams situation.
Please.
And Tarango was up, walking off under his own power. The Stantons in Greeley, Colorado right now, listening to the game in the hotel room. Thank you. We love that. We love y'all. Miss y'all this year. And so 2017 team, they're saying obscene amount of talent on that team. Joey Noble, Robert Johnson, Kane Wilson, Ladarius Skelton, and don't forget Johnny Photo as well. Justin Manyweather, Muhammad Jefferson as well. Those guys on 2017, love that team. We looked over it again after one of the people said it.
Line drive. Get down the field, taken at the 30. Looking for a gap, straight up the middle, speed, across the 40, good field position.
Yeah, we feel that 2017 team was the most talented team, Mark, since we've been associated with the program. Now, we don't necessarily mean it was the best team in our opinion, but it is the most talented team. And also a kid named Stanton by the last name was on that team as well. He was pretty good, actually. They might be able to use him this year as well, but any team could be using that Stanton kid. So every starter on that team, they say, should be in our top fives.
Well, there we go. Quinn Commons comes out and says, right now, maybe I'll take one of those players out there. We're down by 7. First down and 10. Quinn's got time. Backpedals, looks over, throws it high, incomplete pass.
Great coverage downfield by Braylon Bettles. He wanted it over the middle, but there was just nowhere to go for the receiver. And new guy out there, Tariq Taylor. And again, 2017 team, they say every starter on that team should be in the top 5 list. The more you think about it, it might be true.
Second down and 10, right across the 40. Great starting position for the Hornets. Quinn Commons throws it, miscues again. Quinn Commons has not been close on completing passes tonight so far for the Hornets, but watch out if he gets hot. They're only down by 7.
Yeah.
So as a fan, if you're saying, hey, he's not quite there, all he needs to do is throw one. And you're jumping up and down for joy on the sidelines with him at quarterback.
I'm using a double tight end set. Put 2 receivers. I'm going old school, Mark. Double tight end, only 2 receivers, and let's see if he can stop all 4 guys going down the field.
Third down and 10. They're stuck at the 43. Here comes the pressure. It gets picked up. Quinn rolls into pressure and throws it up to where there is no one. Incomplete pass.
And so Quinn Commons, they look a little discombobulated out there. He's having a bad game right now. And he's just having a bad game right now, Quinn Commons is. And that's uncharacteristic right now. For the first 3 games of the season, been solid. This defense for Southwestern, making them make plays. Fullerton's going to have to shorten up their offense and get those quick hitters again.
Big booming kick over Howard. He backpedals and takes it at the 3. Runs towards the end zone. I call that a safety.
No, it's not a safety. He was hit before the goal line. They're going to call it at the 1.
Wow, I don't know. He ran in, and now we got a flag at the 30.
If you have a replay on that, we'd like to see it, but he was made contact at the 1 and driven back into the end zone. So Riverside, as we have a moment, 31-28 with 25 seconds left over Long Beach. Looks
on
like
return, blindside block, personal foul on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
how do you have a blindside block on the kicking team? I'm not quite sure how that happens. But Coach Gary Campbell is going to see if that is indeed the call. And a final LA Valley mark, 16-7 over Pierce. LA Valley is a team. Here's your replay. And there's your tackle right there at the one, drug into the end zone. And as the referee says, it was on the kicking team. Wait, so it's against the kicking team or is it against the...
It's against us. It's against the Hornets who kicked the football.
That's right, they did kick the football.
Yeah, so it's against the Hornets who kicked the football. They call it a blindside block. I don't really get that. I agree with Corey. They run it up the middle, gain of 1.
Josiah Morrow in there, along with Tanner Bean. Josh Chirango not in the game, Mark.
9:11 to go here in the third quarter. The Hornets trailing by 7. It's the Jags 17, the Hornets 10 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Second down and 10. They mark it at the 16. Owen having a nice night at quarterback. The Hornets come up. Here comes the pressure. Owen standing up there, throws the middle of the field, gets hit, incomplete pass. Nice coverage by the secondary for the Hornets.
And that's Troy McDonald one more time coming in, laying a hit on Owen. There's David Farmer, who was playing safety, center field, if you will.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Elbow to the midsection, Mark. Tarango got the wind knocked out of him. That's the worst injury you can get sometimes.
Davian Johnson, near side of the field. Here they come. We're going to get off sides for the Hornets, middle of the field.
Going to get false start. It should be.
Incomplete pass on the middle of the field. It's going to be offsides against Fullerton.
They're going to call offside, but really, again, the snap again on movement before they crossed into the neutral zone. So instead of 3rd and 10, it'll be 3rd and 5.
Offside, number 90 on the defense.
Penalty number 12. That was, they said Josh Tarango, but they're going to get 50, Michael Noble. Number 99, they said, Cameron Proctor.
So 3rd down and 5 for the Hornets across the 20. And if they are doing that center, it's the responsibility of a defensive lineman to say to the official, he's moving the football. Hand it off to Daniels. Got to ask a 1st down. Doesn't. So nice defense by the Hornets after they had the Jags moved all the way back to their own goal line.
And they got to push that time and force Daniels to move to the outside. And on that left side, it's McDonald and Proctor doing damage. As Riverside comes away with the victory over Long Beach after being down basically the whole game.
So we'll see if we can get any sort of return. Dawson Williams back. Williams waits for the ball. Then he says back up because it's a really nice kick. Williams waves it off, and it's going to die right at the 35. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Hornets with 7:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's the Jags 17, the Hornets 10 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Want to thank everybody. Please, if you're out there, you're watching it, hey, look back at those Hornet teams that maybe you have watched, maybe you have listened to, maybe you've come to the game or talked to people that have gone to Fullerton. Throw in your 2 cents about who you think might be some of the better players over the years playing for your Fullerton College Hornets.
Commons now 3 for 14 for 38 yards. Not the typical Commons game.
Commons goes back. Throws it out to there. Nice little catch. Quinn throws a little flat pass, gets it up to the 40. So Quinn gets it to Brandon Rankins coming out of the backfield. Brandon's got speed. If he can find an opening in his foot race, you might want to think he might be able to do that.
Yeah, you're going to find some leaks out here against this Southwestern defense. Jaguars are very aggressive.
2nd down and 5. They threw it over here flat, taken. Almost dropped Corey and almost bounced. Russell, ball's taken away.
Kalen Nosif was juggling the ball, trying to make a move, and just like that, Otto Fox takes it right from him. Good tackle, and a big turnover by the Hornets. This is one of the things that hampered them and hurt them against Riverside in that 16-7 loss. Right there, Nosif trying to make something happen, turns the ball over. Watch the replay here. Otto Fox, there's the tail end. He tried to make a play. He didn't have control really of it, and we turns around. Fox was there in the right place. At 6'2", 210 pounds, he was just stronger.
So with 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, the Jags come up with a turnover. Owen comes out at quarterback, looking to strike. They're up by 7. Owen keeps it himself. Nobody at the corner. Turns the corner, gets a gain of 4 on the play.
Jamal Dorsey, who they say if they can get his motor running, he's like a Montre Bonner light type of player on the outside.
Owen takes the ball to the 43.
Joshua Owen goes down, look much like the number 16 in the nation, certainly in the state. Cerritos loses the Canyons.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. The 43. Owen fakes it, looks to go in the flat. Tries to get it out to Johnson, who goes down, and really a nice little battle out there. Davian Johnson looked like he had a step on the defender. If the ball's thrown right to him, it might be a 1st down.
Might be. Xavion, they try to test him. There's been no completions on his side against him of balls thrown to the receivers on his side.
This is where the penalty has come up and bit the Hornets on crucial 3rd and 2nd down plays. Owen comes back up there. Realize Joshua Owen, under 50% coming into this game, is looking maybe like an all-conference quarterback against this Hornet defense.
12 of 17 in the first half.
Here they come. Here comes a pressure. Throws it over here and tries to throw a back shoulder pass. Brian Crooks brings a little pressure, and so the Hornet stops them, and we'll see what happens now. They're going to punt the ball away. So 3 and out with 6:19 to go. The Hornets are only trailing by 7 in this game. Old, mean, stubborn. That's what the defense was. So we'll see if the punt goes. Here comes the pressure up. A little shank job right off the side of the foot, and this should give the roll and start the Hornets deep in their own territory. Great little punt on that. Just a half-foot kick on that, and puts the Hornets deep down in their own territory. With 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go, the Hornets are down by 10 here at Shapell Stadium in Yorba, California. Corey Neyland, Mark Pavlovich, Ryan Osborne, Noah Alvarez down on the sidelines. Getting a little chilly out there. The temperature's dropping, and is it getting a little too frigid for the offense? Well, we'll see on this play.
Cooper Callis is in the ball game now. Watch the offense. Should open up with Callis now with his legs and his arm.
Callis at quarterback. Straight dive play up the middle. Scrum gets a gain of 2 on the play. So Cooper Callis now in the game for the Hornets at quarterback. You look at Cooper when he came in. Didn't play a lot so far this season. Only had 7 attempts coming into the game as a quarterback.
I want to see him get on the outside, or actually remember what Ladarius Skelton did in Kane Wilson in 2017. Runs up the middle, pick up good yardage.
2nd down and 8. Here comes the pressure. He sidesteps, spins away, has to find some help. Doesn't get much. Gets across the 10. Gain of another yard. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 with 5:25 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Mark, how good are your tight ends?
I don't know.
If your tight ends are good, have them run 8 yards, turn around, box out like a basketball defender or a rebounder, and throw the ball, move the chains. But now we'll see what the Hornets do here.
Big 3rd down and 7. They roll out against the pressure. Callis has to find somebody. Throw short of the sticks. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hornets. So Tim Allen doesn't get to beyond the 15. They throw it to Tim Allen for a 4-yard gain, and the defense stiffens for this team, and the clock is slowly working against the Hornets now with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
But you can see what you're working with now on the offense as roll the pocket, or actually those quick throws on 1st and 2nd down instead of running up the middle on 1st down. Open up that defense. Let them get spread out. Pass the ball on the outside with quick hitters, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That'll move the chains, Mark.
D'Angelo Howard backpedals, gets missed on the 1st tackle, gets by the 2nd tackle, down to the 40, sidesteps 2 missed tackles, and the tackling ability has not been at its best tonight for this Hornet team, and has given the people from Southwestern an opportunity to gain yardage on every missed tackle.
Okay, great. All right, great. Nice to meet you. All right, thank you. Take Pavlovich back.
Enjoy, Brian. We'll be down there. Ryan Osborne, Noah Alvarez, the host of the Coaches Show. Well, you've got Brian Crooks maybe this week. No, I don't think that's happening.
Here's where your defense, if you're a Hornet fan, will need to step up. But the Jaguars keep doing what you're doing. Any points you get in this is gravy.
First down and 10 at the 40. They hand it off to Daniels. He trips. Loss of 1 on the play. So they bring Daniels in at running back. He's played limited. Corey, he's been hurt this year so far for this team. That's what I got told. Brian Crooks told me Brian Crooks told me he was hurt.
Now he seems to be a little bit healthier.
We'll see. Loss of 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 13 with 13:40 to go here in the third quarter. Get a little chilly out. We'll see if it'll warm up for the defense of Brian Crooks. They're coming again. Once again, run against the pressure. Tries to go the other direction. The Hornets play defense. Down again for a loss on the play. They're going to give him only a loss of 1 on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14 with 3:19 to go.
Jamal Dorsey on the outside stood him up. Did a nice job as while he was stood up, engaged in a block, played the outside so Daniels couldn't pop outside. It allowed Troy McDonald to come from the other side of the field.
So Joshua Owen brings them out. 3rd down, and they do back up the mark. I'm a little interested because it looked like they spotted wrong. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14, right just shy of the 45. Hornets come. Here they come with the blitz again. They go the opposite direction, and the Hornets are going to make a stop right there on the sideline. It's going to bring a 4th down and 8 at the 40. You wonder if they're going to punt it away, Corey. This is the big decision time.
Yeah, see, you punted away. You pin Fullerton back because Fullerton, when they've got down inside their own 10-yard line, they've played a little conservative. So if you got inside the 10 and they play conservative, that's where you want them to be. Fullerton on that last possession, I think they saw some things that they can exploit on this series.
So the Hornets look like they're coming. Don't want to go offside. High snap. Here comes the pressure. Almost block it. It's going to go into the end zone. Touchback for the Hornets. So good field position as they brought the pressure up the middle of the field.
Beautiful day in Colorado, Mark. Beautiful family, the Stantons. You know, when's that game going to be on TV or on the internet? We want to see that game. Nice picture there.
Don't you miss parents that used to just come by and visit with us?
I love that. The booth was warmer when we had parents come through and family come through. We miss that.
Quinn Commons back out at quarterback. Quinn goes back, throws it over here, almost picked, and it is picked off.
And again, Otto Fox takes away the fumble from Kalen Nosif. And a great interception right there. Quinn Commons throws in, here's the replay, throws in the double coverage. And again, the play wasn't there at all. And that was a great catch by Otto Fox. It hit his leg, didn't hit the ground. Poor pass by Commons because he knew where he wanted to go and didn't take his eyes off that receiver.
So they're going to mark him down at the 18. It'll be 1st down and 10 with 1:45 to go here in the third quarter.
17-10, Hornets down. Jaguar defense playing stellar.
Owen hands it straight up the middle. Daniels gets down, gets taken down at the 15.
Jacob Jones undercuts.
It was Chapman carrying it. Gets taken down.
And when you look at Fox, first interception, first forced fumble this game, and he's doing real nice things on the defensive side of the ball.
Second down and 8 for the Jags. Owen feels the pressure. Throws in the corner. Going deep. It is incomplete on the far side of the field. We get flags on the field again.
Troy McDonald. Gabriel Preciado is now going to get an unnecessary roughness call called against him.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 76 on the offense. 15-yard penalty, third down.
He's been there. He's been there on their side all game long as that guy who's mixed it up in the scrum.
So it moves it back to the 30 with a minute to go here in the third quarter. So the Hornets are just down by 7. It's just that one play away. If you're a Hornet fan, you know exactly what we mean. We have seen it through the years. The 18 years I've been here, the 112 years Corey Neyland has been here. Ryan Osborne could count it in calories the amount of times he has seen it here on sports.usa.net.
Did you know Ryan is really 53 years old?
You know what? We were talking about that because I said to him, I said, you know, you don't look bad for your age. 53 and you're 5'1", 271 donuts Ryan Osborne has eaten today. Owen goes back. He's going to step up, throws it over the middle of the field, and it's just a great play. We have holding, or is it going to be roughing the passer, Corey?
It's going to be holding and targeting or hit to the head by Fullerton. Great catch. I mean, an outstanding catch by Matthew Linton, who has 1 touchdown reception this game.
So if we could get a replay on that so that Corey can explain to you, if you see it again, why they might call it targeting.
So right there, Linton makes the catch. Jacob Jones comes helmet first, helmet-to-helmet contact. And that's unfortunate because I don't believe it was targeting, but the helmet did crack.
And once again, we want to thank Fullerton College TV, Corey, for giving us those shots so that you can tell people what's going on in the field. Just a beautiful job from this crew tonight. Thank you very much for coming out and doing these.
So we'll get the call from head referee Ed Zapolsky,
There are 2 penalties on the play. Holding, number 74 on the offense. I have a personal foul with targeting, number 42 on the defense. The penalty's offset, but by rule, number 42 has disqualified himself.
Because the penalty's offset, you would think that the targeting penalty is negated, but it's not for that hit to the head. So you don't believe it was targeting as you saw on the replay, but it's unfortunate that it was helmet to helmet. There's Jacob Jones, redshirted last year, part of that 2017 team that won the title up in Sacramento against San Mateo. Had a huge, and was an all-conference selection, had a huge interception. And it's unfortunate because a lot of the targeting penalties you'll see in football are just like that. Unintentional, but helmet to helmet.
So we get a timeout with 56 seconds to go. Now the penalties were offsetting. It was holding and targeting. Offsetting penalties, the player is ejected. So we take the ball back to the 30-yard line, and we will redo third down.
Yes, and speaking of third, at the end of the third quarter, Noah's going to talk to Sam Longstreet for the Fullerton College volleyball squad, who's been going to be gracious enough to join us. As we missed her a couple weeks ago, and glad we got a chance to talk to her tonight. Fullerton College volleyball, nice interview by Victor Vasquez, who talked to head coach Megan Glennie last week. Heard that interview today. Good enough to hear in the future, maybe on your 90.1 website. Was at kvpk.org.
Ooh, when Ryan Osborne,
and
our
it is going
crack
to be
technician.
aired.
No, he said May.
No, going to be aired soon. Next Friday is going to be aired. We shall see or hear. So prior to the high school game that we do on that other station.
So we have timeout with conversations. We had a timeout on the field. So we're sitting here with the score 17-10 with 56 seconds to go.
And here's where we're going to make the 2017 team a running thing for the rest of the game. Here's where Todd Jones would come up for an interception, or Montre Bonner with a strip sack. Joey Noble will come up, Oscar Bergueno. Who knows?
3rd down and 20 at the 30. Here comes the pressure. Owen rolls out, has pressure at people, throws it up, throwing it out of bounds. It'll be 4th down as he felt the pressure on the outside.
Mr. Tarango, we got to figure out if he's related to the superstar pitcher out of Anaheim High School, Cheyenne Tarango.
Out of Canyon High School.
I'm sorry, where did I say?
Anaheim High School.
Canyon High School in Anaheim Hills. My bad. I got the Anaheim part right. She's
You
from
did, Anaheim Hills.
Yeah, Anaheim Hills.
The Coyotes. No, the Comanches.
The Comanches.
The Comanches.
The Canyon team. It's like I said a bad word just now.
So we have scrambling going right and left, Corey. You sort of figure out which teams are coming out here. The Hornets took their defense off. Now they bring their defense back on. Southwestern took their offense off. Then they bring their offense back on. The clock stopped because of an incomplete pass.
It'll be a delayed game, won't it?
So they're going to move it back, but they're going to. Now I'm a little surprised. 35-yard line. They're going to leave Owen out there.
Why not? I throw the ball down the field, do what the New England Patriots do. Throw it to the 10, hope you get a pass interference call.
And if you throw an interception, so what?
It doesn't matter. Your field goal kicker on the season doesn't have that type of range. He made his first field goal of the season tonight in this 3rd quarter.
So Davion Johnson, near side of the field. Here comes the pressure. All-out rush. Throws it over in the flat. Miss a tackle to Chapman. Chapman goes back to the center. Finally gets stopped at the 30. They call Chapman down, and Chapman should, now this is where if a Hornet, and there's a flag, and that's a horrible call by the official because he did not quit running. I'm sorry.
And they're going to call the penalty on Chapman. Here's your replay. Because he keeps running, once the whistle is blown, you got to stop running. And he throws a punch there. So the penalty should be on Chapman for running after the whistle, or you pick up the penalty.
Well, and what's the penalty? He grabbed the back of the jersey. So what's the flag against the Hornet player? That's what he grabs. Show that again if you guys can.
First down, Fullerton.
Okay.
See,
and so the runner brought what it was about. But slow it down. There, Corey, how do you call this a penalty?
Because you touched him and the whistle blew. Michael Noble there. The whistle blew. You don't want to you shouldn't touch him.
You're taught as a player.
The whistle blew.
No, you're taught as a player to keep playing. No,
you're taught
I'm
as
sorry.
You're taught as a
I'm
player.
going to disagree with you on
You're
this.
taught as a player to play until the whistle blows. The whistle blew. Everybody heard it. People stopped. Chapman kept running. If he doesn't touch him, it's just a penalty on Chapman.
So they run it by Callis, straight up the middle. Oh, it's Common. It's Quinn Commons. I haven't seen Quinn run today. Quinn gets all the way up to the 45. 31 seconds to go.
And that's that play we saw in 2017 with Ladarius, Johnny Foto, and Kane Wilson. Here's your replay as you finish the run strong against the defensive back, Isaac Wright.
Quinn at quarterback. Lucky is a running back. Quinn goes back, has time, pump fakes, steps the outside. Quinn feels the pressure, heads for the sideline, then throws it at the last second, and Quinn gets leveled out of bounds, and there is no flag on the play.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he was completely out of bounds before he got hit. I think he got popped right before he stepped out of bounds. So with 8.9 seconds to play, Again, Mark, I got two big tight ends. I'm putting them on one side and letting them go. My receivers, yeah, I got mini wide receivers out there. I want my big guys in there touching the ball.
2nd down and 10 with 9 seconds to go. Quinn looks over at 45. Quinn hands it straight up the middle. Got to run hard, run to the 50. Cross the 50, down to the 48. That's going to bring us to the end of an interesting third quarter. As we come to the end of an interesting third quarter, it's the Hornets down by 7. The Jags 17, the Hornets 10. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
And we're going to take it down to the sideline with Noah Alvarez and his guest, star volleyball player Sam Longstreet for the Fullerton Hornets. Noah, take it away.
I'm here with middle on the Fullerton volleyball team, Sam Longstreet. And Sam, first question I wanted to ask you, you as the only sophomore on this young roster of Fullerton volleyball, how has the roles changed for you in your 3 years with the program?
Actually, I'm a captain this year, so it's pretty great. Last year I was a freshman. It was my 2nd year there. I graduated my 1st year. But this year it's awesome. I have 2 other sophomores actually by my side, Sailor and Priscilla, an outside hitter and a libero, and it's pretty good.
To talk about the youth on this team, you mentioned Sailor and Michaela, some of the big players on your team, but can you talk about the freshmen that have stood up for you, the Fullerton volleyball team this year?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I have to point out my 2 setters, Chloe, who's injured right now with an ankle injury, and Karen. They've set me up like really good. They're awesome. Yeah, they've came in as freshmen and really showed how they deserve to be on the court.
And Noah, hold on real quick. One more after this play. So go ahead, Noah.
So talk about the difference of coaching styles that head coach Megan Glennie brings to the table than the different volleyball coaches you've had in the past.
Man, Megan, Glennie, and Philip, they're awesome. Like, we're so lucky to have them. They've done awesome recruiting this year with the freshmen, and they really put in the time and effort. Like, they are super passionate about the game.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Of course, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate that.
D'Angelo Howard will stand back at the 10. Hornets cannot do anything with getting the ball there. So they're going to punt it away to start the 4th quarter.
What was that?
Fake punt to the outside. Fonseca turns it and cannot get to the sticks. And the Hornets will turn it over on downs.
You got to try something, but you got to wonder if you're going to try something if you have your punter out there trying to run 6 yards for a first. Watch the replay as he decides to take off. I don't know if it was a planned takeoff and not going to be a horse collar tackle, just a neck tackle, as the Hornets can't get the ball moving whatsoever.
So we've got 14:08 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's been the Jags. If they can put it in now, Corey, they might be able to seal the envelope and send it out to somebody close to home.
You recall last year when we were down in San Diego or Chula Vista, people and the Jag fans said they're the better team. And it should be
That's
intentional
a flag.
grounding.
There's nobody over there.
Yeah, it will be, as Josh Chirango was in there, but the player who really did it was Reggie Whitfield, who came up. Watch the replay here.
On the quarterback. 5-yard
As
penalty.
he's taken down. That's Troy McDonald, who came in there. But again, the corner on this side, Reggie Whitfield read the play because it was going to be a screen pass to the right side. He blew it up. Owen had nowhere to go. That's only a 5-yard loss?
No.
I thought he was tackled at the 38-yard line or 37.
What? Okay, I missed something.
Do you have that replay one more time?
Guys, can you show us that? Because I missed something where the ball's marked.
If not, we're just going to call it at the 37 and they're misplacing the ball.
No, they misplaced the ball.
So they're going to back him up here. There we go. Okay, that's more better. That's more better. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Mo Betta.
Mo Betta.
Yeah, there's your replay, and you can see he's clearly not at the 40-yard line.
So it's where the foul occurs, loss it down. They're going to run it to Chapman. Chapman turns the corner, gets a big gain again, not sealed on the corner defensively, gets to the outside and picks up the penalty.
Blocking. Watch the block on that side instead of not sealing. Big guys on that side. It should be a hold. No hold. So that's good blocking on that side. Chapman is close, probably over 100 yards tonight. And if he's not, he's very close.
3rd down and 11 for the Jags. Right at the 45. Owen doing a good job at quarterback. Likes to find the little short passes. Pump fakes. Here it comes. Throws it up again in the middle of the field in the direction of a receiver. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Good coverage on that side. David Farmer, Xavion Steele.
So the fans are a little irate, but realize that when a receiver goes downfield and you throw it downfield past the line of scrimmage, within maybe a 5 to 7 yard venue, they're not going to call the penalty, nor should they.
"12 of 17 in the first half," Mark was 0-4 of 12 now in the second half.
High snap. Here comes the pressure. Almost. And they're going to get a flag. And Corey once again. Now, you can't call that roughing the passer. He ran into him, but they're going to assess a 15-yard penalty against the Hornets.
It's going to be 5. It should be 5 yards.
Running into the kicker, number 48 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, free kick, 4th down.
So Fullerton, careful on this one. And
Ryan,
that's the second snap that's been high.
Ryan, what's the
Jaguars.
penalty count for the Hornets in this game?
13. $14 penalties. 13 and a half. And big break. That's the 3rd high snap, and this time it comes back to haunt the Jaguars. Fullerton, and if this was a CR 145 student 2 years ago, they're at the 53-yard line.
So the Hornets, on a really nice play by the punter, that was a high snap.
Yeah.
He controlled it, did not panic, and kicked the ball. But the Hornets now in outstanding field position.
Well, once again, the defense comes up and makes a big play. Cooper Callis now in the game.
1st down and 10. Callis goes back. Now he's going to run into travel, takes a sack on the play.
Look at the patterns you have the Hornets running. Streaks down the field. There's really nowhere to go to, and they don't have time to make those plays happen. Your running back out of the backfield gets stuck behind the line of scrimmage, so there's nowhere for Callis to go. Spencer Owens coming into the ball game because now you have a tight end to exploit that middle that they're running. Callis, just take off and run. Move the pocket, move the legs, get out there. Don't stand still. Is that 4? They've got 6 in the box, maybe 7 in the box now.
Loss of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 17 right at the 40-yard line. They fake it up the middle. Looks to throw it, throws it short of the receiver. It's a 3rd down and 14 for the Hornets.
Fullerton is going to have to move the pocket, Mark, roll something out, make something happen. Too stagnant on the offensive side with 12-12 to play. They need a spark here, and where's that spark going to come from?
So the Fullerton Hornets are at 10% at 3rd down. They're 1 of 10 in this game when you look at it.
And their only touchdown is a 43-yard touchdown run from Brandon Rankins.
They stack on the outside. 3rd down and 17. Here comes the pressure. They throw it out into the flat, trying to make a turn. Not going to get a first down. Get over the 50. Now here comes the big question. Are you going to go for it?
You got to go for it. There's no reason to punt the ball away. You can't play the field position game right now. Now's the time to go out there and tie the ball game up if you're a Hornet offense.
And I think that is the second time that Brandon Rankins has touched the ball since his touchdown run. 4th down and 5. Cal is still in at quarterback.
I'm going to say Southwestern looks to be in a neutral zone on the far side. That could just be me. I might be out a different angle.
Here it is. 4th down and 5. They run it off to Brandon Rankins, and they're going to mark him short.
And if you have a replay on that, please show that replay. Watch his hand where it comes down, but watch his knee where it comes down. And they tried to catch him off guard. I thought that was going to be the 3rd down play, Mark, but it was a 4th down play here where you run. Not sure. They were close, so they needed to get to the 43-yard line. And there's the run up the middle, stops at the 44-yard line, just short. Good spot by the officials. And a first down for the Jaguars. But you got to wonder, sometimes some may wonder about the play call because you need 5 yards and you only get 4 yards on 4th down. You tried to catch him off guard. We saw that in 2004, Mark, with Al Guidry. Speaking of Bakersfield, when Gene Murphy made the call on a 4th down, and I believe there was 5 yards to go at the 30-yard line of their own 30-yard line, they run a draw play to Al Guidry. And maybe the most famous call in SportsNetUSA.net history, as Al Guidry ran all the way to Fullerton on a game-ending touchdown run, as Andrew Shasa is now up, walking off under his own power. So he had a 42-yard run in the first quarter and 2 touches here. So no rhythm out there for Fullerton on offense all game long. So sometimes the rhythm. I'm sorry, I was going to make a bad 80s joke, so I won't.
So the Hornet offense once again gets stymied out there, doesn't get a first down, doesn't get any rhythm, doesn't get going, and hands the ball back over to the Jags right there. Defense needs to step up again. Again, it's only a 7-point game. Big defensive turnover can change the outcome of this game. Here come the Hornets, straight up the middle. They're selling out, Corey. They get, once again, a sack.
Cameron Proctor comes up. Troy McDonald runs a stunt with Michael Noble. He gets in there to force him to hold up, and Proctor eats him up for his second tackle for loss tonight.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get Joshua Owen to put it up in the air. That's what you'd like him to do. He's been vulnerable at a quarterback coming in this game. He looks great right now, but he had 7 TDs and 3 picks coming in this game. They're hoping that he can throw that 4th pick so they can tie this football game. They come up. Here comes the pressure. He's going to throw it over here to the flat. A sure tackle by Xavier Steele. Steele doesn't let him go. Ball comes out. Penalty against somebody.
Going to be a late hit by Southwestern. Their tackle came over Christian De La Cruz, who hit Fullerton's defender out of bounds. And instead of a 3rd down and 4, they're going to back them up 15 yards. So that's the run stop before with McDonald and Proctor converging. You saw the twist. Number 50 went to the outside. 53 came onto the inside. 99 right there with the stop. So they call that a dead ball foul. So
they did
3rd down instead of 2nd. So big play by the Hornets. So instead of 3rd down and 4, we've got a 3rd down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry.
Ryan, can you hold your hands out so Corey can count on your fingers so he knows how many yards it is?
There you go. 19 yards to go.
Just count the donuts that you've eaten, Ryan. And there we go. Big 3rd down for the Hornet defense. Once again, they need to make the stop. They're coming. Here's the pressure up the middle. It's a delayed blitz. Throwing deep down the field. Incomplete pass. And they went for it all, Corey, and they tried to go to Terry Wright. One-on-one. Nice call, even though they don't complete it.
Yeah, you like the aggressiveness out of the offense there for Southwestern to try to get that first down. They're trying to win the ball game here, coming up a long way from Chula Vista. Terry Wright had 4 catches in the first half. I don't think he has any catches in the second half. No catches in the second half.
The Hornets have had good field position, have not been able to utilize it so far in the game, but one play changes the outcome, and it can tie up this game. The pressure's been on the punter. Here they come up the middle. Big pressure again. Take it at the bottom. Ball gets bottled. Kicked it out of bounds. It's out of bounds. It's incomplete. Here comes a flag, and the ball is out of bounds, so it's not recovered.
And that's the second muffed punt for Dawson Williams in the 3 weeks. He had that muffed punt against Riverside, and this one he looks to return it, and he had it open. I mean, he had the sideline open, and he took his eyes off the ball, and he kicks it forward, and
it's recovered out of bounds.
It was out of bounds, and I don't even know where the penalty came from.
Kicking the football. They're going to call illegal batting the ball.
Okay,
so they're calling that a sideline warning is what the flag is.
Yeah,
I thought they called it for him illegal kicking the ball,
no,
but they did not.
That's an accidental kick. So
yeah, but they can call that if they think that that's what happened, illegal batting the ball.
Yeah. And this drive, he's going to redeem himself here on this drive and tie the ball game up. That's the positive thinking if you're a Fullerton Hornet fans, as he's 5 for 15 tonight. Lucky Avenger in the backfield with him.
Quinn Commons comes out. First down and 10 at the 46. Quinn goes back, has pressure, goes backer, aims it up. Guide, we're going to get a flag, pass interference. They're going to call against Southwestern, and boy, I think whoever gets this flag, it's a bad call by the official.
Ooh, that is Tyquan Coleman, 6 foot 200.
Corey, if you're a Southwestern fan, we know we're Hornets up here, but that's a bad call, to say the least, because they both are battling. I'm with him, too, battling for the football. And that's what you're battling for, the football. Both of them have hands on each other, so you don't throw the flag.
Yeah, and you saw that replay there. I mean, that's something that, wow. Talk about home cooking.
And they were going to pick up the flag. The one official was talking over here, and the other official came running up who threw the flag and said, no, it's pass interference. Okay. It was interesting. The flag who had the better view of it said, no, it wasn't. The back judge who called it refused to change the call.
Maybe they saw something we didn't. They got the better angle.
Quinn goes back. Here's the pressure. Goes deep down, looking for the sideline. Caught! Incomplete pass on the sideline.
Lorenzo Penn with the catch. Great coverage by Coleman. And a nice throw by Quinn Commons. You saw the touch. You saw why he's highly rated out there at the quarterback position. Nice touch, just a little bit out of bounds. Well, a lot out of bounds, I'm sorry. Watch the catch. Good coverage. Excellent throw, and just got on that sideline a little bit too much.
So it's second down and 10, right at the 40.
And, Mark, if the line gives them time, you'll see a double move on that side next time for a post over the middle.
9:49 to go. Bump and run on the outside. Quinn looking for protection, gets protection. Once again, same play. Quinn Commons throws it up there. And, Corey, if you called the other one pass interference, you can call this one. But, again, no flag on the play. Good non-call by the official.
There is a flag. Do we got a replay on that?
Wow. Wow.
If we have a replay on that one.
I need to see this one again. I'm sorry. I'm a Hornet fan, but I need to see this call. I need to see this call.
I like physical play.
He's got his hand on him. He's not letting him run his route.
Yeah.
He's got a hold of him with his left hand out.
Yeah. They're going to call before
They're going to call before the ball got there.
So there was a hold there. So good call. There's your slant. Keyshawn Griffin misses it, and almost interception. That's the third drop of the night for the Hornets. Keyshawn has 2. Or Keyshawn, excuse me.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 at the 21.
And, guys, that was 6 all the way if he makes that catch.
2 flags in favor of the Hornets here. Both of them may be questionable.
5 of 21, excuse me now.
Here comes the jump. Quinn Commons looks over. Lucky's still in the backfield. Walks up the line of scrimmage. Maybe changes things up. They do. They're signaling the outside. He runs the option. Throws it out here to Lucky. Lucky turns the corner, gets across the 20, down to the 18. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Hornets with 9:29 to go.
I love that play because it sets you up. Run the option to the opposite side, but this time you don't hit the pitch. You throw it out. Middle will be wide open.
3rd down. 9:14. Clock is ticking. Quinn comes up. Lucky flinches just a little. They back off. They throw it back. Over there, Quinn Commons has nothing going on. Incomplete pass. It's going to bring up a 4th down. I'm going to look at you and ask you what to do.
I'll get the 1st down. I bring in Spencer Owens as your tight end, give you a big target over the middle. I have Kalen Nosif on the left side. But what I'm working with is I'm working a deep slant again to either Tim Allen or drag Keyshawn Griffin right behind him. One of those 2 guys are going to be open.
And if I'm the Jags, I go with a blitz. I go with a delayed blitz up the middle, and if he beats me on it, he beats me on it. But I get Quinn on a sack.
Look right. There you go. There's P.I. Now, that one was P.I. The ones on the sideline was not. So you get your makeup call there for the non-call for Southwestern because that time Tim Allen was over the middle. The safety comes up and bumps him. That one was P.I. The other one's on the sideline, no.
Let's see that again. Let's see that again because I think if the defensive players going for the ball.
No. No.
Boy, I tell you, if I'm back where the referee is, I might not throw a flag on that either.
No, I would throw the flag on that one.
No,
That
I don't think I would. I think he steps up. He's not holding him.
Mark, he wasn't looking for the ball. It was just a straight hit on the receiver. If he's
you don't have to look for the ball in college.
No, meaning he wasn't going for the ball. You said if he's going for the ball, then he's got a legit chance. And there's a heck of a run by Chapman. As Fullerton's trying to strip the ball, and that's why he picks up 20-plus yards.
So Chapman makes it all the way out to the 40 as Corey Neyland and I are debating pass interference
here's
up here.
Here's the thing. That's a panic move by the Hornet defense as they go for stripping the ball. There's still plenty of time on the clock for Fullerton to stop. Southwestern's playing their game. But, Mark, back to the discussion. If you're going for the ball for the interception and you get there, that's a non-PI. But if you're going straight for the player without making or attempt on the ball, then that is pass interference, and that's what happened on that play.
Chapman over 100 yards in this game. Owen comes back out. Chapman's been the big running back in this game. Owen says, let's throw it out flat. Gets deflected at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 2nd down at 10 as Mr. Neyland and I do. You know, and this is the thing. People will look at us and say, you guys are Hornet announcers. We've heard Corey tonight stand up for San Diego, and all of a sudden then Mark Pavlovich says, wait a minute, I don't think I'd throw those 3 flags down there. We try to be fair up here in the booth. We love our Hornets, but we call it as fans and how we see it up here sometimes calling a game. Southwestern comes out at the 40. The Hornets sneak up. Here comes the pressure. Little run. Chapman goes the outside. Nice straight arm at the corner to make the turn against the defender.
Good pickup of 6 yards. 121 yards on the ground now for Keelan Chapman. Oh, 135 yards, excuse me.
So he's almost at 5 yards a carry. A little under that. It was 135 yards a carry so far. It'd be 5 yards a carry. He's 5 yards away from. We'll give him about 4.6 per carry in this game.
Mark, round up. He's at 5 yards a carry for this game. Round him up.
It's like Corey giving a tip. We're at 4.4.
No, you round it up.
That's what I said. It's about 4.4. We're rounding up like Corey does with a tip. Now, you guys go to Cal State Fullerton. Come on, neither one of you know how to round up. I mean, yeah, you do,
Wait.
Ryan. You milk your own cows. Corey's never been on a horse, so
Yeah, I
he
have.
knows nothing about a roundup.
I've been on a horse.
Have you really?
I've been on a horse, a camel, an elephant. Let's see.
Corey does know
like,
gardening.
I didn't like any of them. I've even been in the hot air balloon, if you can believe that.
Wow, well, no, I understand. No, the hot air part,
In the crowd
I believe.
here
And we
at
look at the
Shapell
crowd.
Stadium.
Boy, now look at it.
They
It's
look happy, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Nervousness here in Yorba, Linda, as Fullerton faithful want to get excited about something, anything, as Proctor, Tarango, McDonald, and Dorsey check in with Morrow, Bean, Wright, Wiley, Farmer, Steele, and Kenyatta.
So Owen, big 3rd down and 5 again for the Hornet defense. Here they come. Run. Owen tries to get the outside. Gets away from 1 tackle. Gets away from 2 tackles. Owen down the field, and he gets a huge first down for the Jags.
Josiah Morrow, one of the team's sure tacklers, along with Junior Wiley on the outside. Both had attempts to stop Owen on the outside. Didn't happen. Watch the replay here. As you fake the handoff, here's Morrow, who should have made the tackle there. Wiley on the hesitation doesn't make the stop, and he picks up the first down with 7:44 to play, and that's more important. They have another series with the clock winding down here in the 4th quarter and Fullerton's offense being stagnant.
Well, you look at Joshua Owen coming into the game, 35 of 75, 566 yards, averages 189 yards a game passing, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. When you look at him so far, from a rushing attack, he came into this game, played 3 games, carried the ball 18 times, had a total of 66 yards, 22 yards average, 1 touchdown, longest run, 53 yards.
Noah, watch what you got on the field as you see fireworks. Well, Southwestern fireworks right there. As the rain is coming down, besides the rain, what you got?
A lot of frustration from the Fullerton sideline. You know, Corey, Fullerton is a team. Football is a team sport, as you know, but a lot of the players frustrated at one offensive group tonight in the game.
Noah got thrown for a loop because it's the first shower he's taken in the last 3 weeks.
Hey, come on up, Noah, if you want to.
It's okay, Noah. Let that dirt just rinse right off.
Remember, the most important thing is the microphone and that equipment down there.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 35. They run it straight up the middle. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles. Chapman stays on his feet and gets knocked out of bounds, and they'll say, no, he's down right there.
Yeah, but there should have been a penalty on the receiver for Southwestern, Diego Stubbs, who came back and hit a Fullerton player crackback. You can't do that anymore. And it should have been a penalty. Brian Crooks is not happy. He can't be happy with the arm tackling either.
2nd down. 7 minutes to go in field goal position at the 31.
Not yet. They got to get down to about the 15.
Stubbs comes out wide. Here they come. Once again, handed straight off the middle. Cross there down to the 25 on a nice little run right there by Omari Green in at running back. We have somebody hurt on the field.
Josh Tarango again is injured. And again, the Fullerton College defense over pursuing in that zone blitz, or excuse me, not zone blitz, but that zone block, that designed run is to cut back across the grain, not going with the flow of traffic. They're going against traffic on the back door, and that's why they almost pick up the first down.
3rd down and 1.
So if they don't reach this first down on 3rd down, for sure they're going to go for it on 4th down. And why wouldn't you? As we go down to Noah in a moment. Noah?
How many times can the defense come up with stops? Southwestern now has twice the time of possession Fullerton does on the evening.
Fullerton's defense, weary legs out there. That way they wearing weary as well. Their legs are as good as my tongue right now.
Wait a minute. Why, you wily little wabbit. 3rd down, half a yard, interesting. Shotgun position. They're going to go for the kick. Big deep in the corner. Caught. Touchdown, Southwestern.
And you love the play. Davion Johnson beat Jordan Wright. Jordan Wright's been beat twice for touchdowns here in today's ball game. And you love that play call. Why do you love it? Because 3rd down, you go for 6. 4th down, you're going to go for it anyway. You're going to run it. Here's the replay here. He gets 2 steps, 1 step, perfect throw over the shoulder, inbounds. What a wonderful, wonderful play. And the extra point, 23-10, Fullerton's output.
Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Hornets, with 6:18 to go, well, they have to find some sort of miracle because that half-filled glass, it's got a little crack in the bottom and is leaking quickly. Here at Shapell Stadium on Sportsnet, USA.net. You know, it's been a rainy night. It's been an ugly night weather-wise. And the TV crew's been out there. Noah's been down on the field for everybody at Fullerton College Television. Thank you again, once again, for bringing this game to everybody at home that has been watching an exciting community college football game here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Thank you very much. Thank you for staying out in the rain. And thank you for giving Corey Neyland and I some great shots to comment about during this game tonight on Sportsnet, USA.net.
And so that made possible by a big 3rd down play to move the chains on the run by Joshua Owen. Breaks 2 tackles and picks up the first down when the Fullerton defense had him stop. And that first run of more than 22 yards by Keelan Chapman really opened the door.
Deep kick. Taken at the goal line. Looking to cut back against the traffic. Trying to find a cut in the middle. Stays on his feet. Goes down at the 20. So the defense has been stalwart for this Jaguar team all night long. Corey, the Hornet offense has not been able to get going. And let's give a lot of love to the Jags from Southwestern. Every time it looked like the Hornets were going to get back into it, they came up with a big defensive play.
Their defense is legit. It's always been legit. It was legit last year when there was a tough game for Fullerton. This year, they've been pretty much dominant.
Brandon Rankin in at running back. Quinn Commons at quarterback. 1st down and 10 at the 20. There's 6 minutes to go. They've got to play hurry up. Quinn's going to pull it down. Steps in, gets taken down after a gain of 6.
And you got to realize you got to work those running backs in the flat. Let them work up the sidelines. Quinn's got to stay healthy in the pocket and get the ball out.
Clock's working against the Hornet with 5:47 to go. They've got to strike quickly and get the ball back. Commons goes back, throws over here into the flat, stays in bounds, sidestep, finally gets taken out of bounds. They say he's down at the 35. The clock keeps running. So Griffin, who's got a little speed, can't get anything going, but they stop the clock for a 1st down.
Yeah, and so that's what you need. You want to score with at least 2 minutes remaining on the clock and hope you get not an extra point. You hope you want to get that onside kick.
Quinn Hands it off the middle, taken by Rankin. Rankin gets a gain of 2. Flag on the play.
And again, turnovers for Fullerton has limited their offense as well. And do they call it against Southwestern?
Hands to the face. We'll see who it's against.
Avonta Sutton was out there for Southwestern. Nate Ramirez for the Hornets. So they got Sutton. So big break for the Hornets. As they're looking in their playbook right now to see what they're going to do, how they're going to do it.
Well, they're looking for a 14-point play.
No such thing.
Oh. Yahtzee. Here comes Quinn Cummins across the middle of the field. Tim Allen catches it, turns the corner, gets shoved out of bounds at the 32. They're going to stop the clock right there.
Do it again.
So Quinn comes up, 4:50 to go. Hornets down by 14. Need to get a touchdown to feel like they have a realistic chance. Quinn goes back, has time. Going deep down the middle of the field. Incomplete pass.
You know, that play hasn't worked yet today. Third time on that exact same play, all 3 incomplete. And that's a perfect play where you have Brandon Rankins, and here's a play you like, a wheel route or a drag route right behind them.
Quinn Commons throwing at 28% in this game.
Good hand by Tim Allen.
So Quinn down at about 28%, just has been off tonight. One of those games you have. Brandon Rankin comes back in. Quinn looking to get in there quickly. We're at the 4-minute mark. They've got to do something. Quinn Commons straight up the middle, gets stopped. First down, should stop the clock. They should be ready to go when they get that clock running because the clock's working against you with 4:11. Haven't been able to produce any points except for the beginning of this football game.
Yeah, they scored those 10 points in the first quarter, but after that, it's been all Jaguars.
Quinn goes back. Here comes the pressure. Throws it, looking for it deep. Incomplete pass. Corey Neyland's going to say, wait a minute, we keep going for the same play that hasn't produced anything.
And that time, Nosif should have kept running his route instead of cutting it off because the ball was thrown where he needed to be. And yes, that's 0 for 4.
Turk Taylor now out wide to the right coming into the game. Out on the right-hand side is Nosif with him. Tim Allen out far to the left. Nosif goes in motion. Turk Taylor goes in motion. Quinn Commons goes back, feels the pressure, tries to run away from it. Tim throws behind and throws it incomplete and out of bounds. We're under 4 minutes to go. The Hornets down by 14. Need a touchdown quickly and then hope they can get the football back and find a way to get that second touchdown in the last 3 minutes of the game.
You got to disguise an underneath route here for the Hornets as everything's going to the end zone, which you need to because you need a quick score, but something underneath will work as well.
Big third down. Handed off to Brandon Rankin, straight up the middle.
Got to give yourself a better chance, though, with 2 plays. With this amount of time left, you got to give yourself a better chance. You try to pass the ball again, something over the middle, and then you pass the ball one more time because that fourth down and third down and long has not been there for the Hornets tonight.
4th down and 10. 3:20.
And again, that defense for the Jaguars, they're going to call a timeout here. They've been exceptional tonight. I mean, they really, really have.
Well, you figured we talked about Quinn being roughly at 25%, 28% passing so far in this game tonight. He was passing at 68%. When he came into this game, he attempted 89 times, completed 61 passes, He was averaging 256 yards a game when you looked at it. He had 5 touchdowns, no picks, an efficiency rating of 159.7. Those numbers so far in tonight's game are not close when you think about what he's done. And it's not just him. I'm going to go back to what Corey says. I'm extremely impressed with this team from Southwestern. First of all, great balance between pass and run with a quarterback that in the second half for them has not been accurate. But you know what? You look at that young man Chapman at a running back. He has really carried this team through the running game in the second half.
And only 1 sack for the Southwestern defense, so you know they've upset the rhythm of the Hornets.
4th down. If you don't get it here, it's all over. Here comes the pressure. Quinn steps up, throws across the middle of the field. Take it there. Touchdown, Hornets.
Way to keep your head about you, Quinn Commons. Nice catch to Rick Taylor. 5'10" out of Anchorage, Alaska. West Anchorage High School gets the pick, or excuse me, gets the touch.
So all of a sudden, you take a little glue, put it on the bottom of the glass, stop the leak for just a second. Now,
here's your replay. And he was close to passing the line of scrimmage at the 19. He takes it off and passes it at the 20. Good hands by Taylor. Way to get into the end zone.
kick is up. And the kick is good. So if you're a diehard Hornet fan, you haven't gone to sleep, you're feeling good, you've taken your Tums, you're saying, guys, you know what? I just had a tuna fish sandwich with some pickle, mayonnaise. I'm feeling good. Maybe I'm had my second or third milkshake already here. I know it's 11 o'clock at night where I'm at. I may just go out for, well, I don't know, a pancake or two. I don't need to go to sleep because tomorrow is Sunday. Stay awake for 3 more minutes to see if the Hornets can get that onside kick. And if they can, there is that possibility to make a stop. Hornets, timeouts, 3 left with 3:06 to go. So, Corey, with 3:06 to go, if you can make a couple stops, you've got 3 timeouts. You should get the ball back before this game ends.
Onside kick.
Yeah, but even if you make the onside kick doesn't work, you still have 3 timeouts.
Onside kick and make it work, because I don't know if they're going to stop this offense. Keelan Chapman has just run way too hard and too many arm tackles by the Hornet defense in this fourth quarter.
Okay, now you see the Jags moving up. They're at the 30. Do you maybe want to try and just kick that high enough to get it over the 30?
No. Xavion Steele is fast, but I don't know if he's that fast, and as they back up.
So we'll see if the Hornets drive it deep or kick an onside kick. Little pooch kick. Takes a house. The Hornets have it. Ball comes out. Do they have it?
Hornets have it. Great onside kick by Alex Fonseca. And
Hornets come up with the onside kick with 3:05 to go. Hey, Victor, did you hear Mr. Pavlovich being positive? Not like his anti-glass half full partner.
Here's the onside kick. Jordan Wright gets the recovery, goes 9. He picks it up at 11. That's the way to work it. That's an excellent onside kick.
See,
and
some
now the Hornets.
old non-believers.
What did I say? What did I say? I haven't seen one. I don't even remember the last successful one.
Quinn Commons keeps it himself. Tries to juke. Goes across the 40. He's down.
What did I say that was negative?
You didn't believe. Come on, you said you had to do it, but was there any love going
I
on
said
there?
you have to score with 2 minutes left. They did score with 3 minutes left. Didn't get the onside kick, and you got a chance.
Throw it, Quinn. Throw it, Quinn. Throw it, Quinn. Ron, do you happen to have a peanut butter and strawberry sandwich out there for Corey Neyland? He's believing in miracles.
No. Don't talk to me anymore, Ryan.
Third down and 1 at the 40. Got to get the first. Continue this. Pressure comes up, Corey. They've got
Southwestern better back up. Slant coming.
10 in the box at the 40. Quinn runs the option. First down, move the chains. I like Corey. I thought Corey Neyland was right. They had 10 people in the box, Ryan Osborne. I thought Corey was right that they were going to throw Tim Allen a slant pattern. Quinn goes back. Double clutches. Throws the football. Throws it out of bounds. Second down and 10. Well, let's put it this way. If you've gone to bed thinking the Hornets were all done, you went to bed a little too early. If you're staying up late to celebrate, you're doing the right thing. If the Hornets score the touchdown, the big question comes up, do you go for 2?
No.
Boy. Second down, 10. Almost get a jump on the line of scrimmage. Signal in. Quinn Commons changes it at the line of scrimmage. Quinn straight up the middle. No place to go. They were waiting for him. It brings up a third down and 10 for the Hornets. We're at the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. It is the Jags 24, the Hornets 17 here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
They've got to be setting up something, the Hornets do.
Third down and 10. At the 38, Quinn goes back, rolls away from the pressure. Here it comes. Quinn throws it out there at the 30, gets knocked out of bounds at the, they're going to mark him at the 30?
At the 34.
Wow.
He came back, tried to make a move on the inside, but realized he needed to step out of bounds because there's only 1:41 to play in the game.
Fourth down for the Hornets. They were successful with the onside kick. 1:41 to go. They need a first. It's 4th and 7. There's the flag.
Free play, but no, they're not going to do it. So you thought you had a free play coming, but he came across the line of scrimmage unabated. And so instead of 4th and 7, it'll be 4th and 2. Boy, I would have liked to seen that slant play coming through on that 2nd and 2.
So it'll be 4th down and 2 across the 30. Again, here it comes. 4th down, 1:40 to go. No first, the game is over. Quinn changes things up. They have timeouts on the clock, and the Hornets are going to use one right now. So with 1:41 to go, it's the Jags 24, the Hornets 17 here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
I got to come with a different formation, Mark. I got to find something different that looks unorthodox to the defense, make them think about what's going to happen. You got 3 receivers on the left side, spread out, bunch them up a little bit, cross 2, and treat it like a basketball play. Cross 2, it's not a pig play, but cross 2, that third person comes underneath, you're going to have a first down, maybe more.
You're going to give a rub, not a pick.
Maybe not even a rub. I just cross 2 and have that other person loop underneath for that first, but you're going to need time to throw.
It's only a 2-yard play. It's 4th down and 2 with 1:41 to go. Hornets have 2 timeouts remaining here in the fourth quarter. They trail by 7. If they get in, Corey Neyland says, you kick the field goal and possibly go into overtime.
Yeah, or you go for 2 and possibly win the game.
We'll find out on this play because if you don't get a first, it's all over now. They run it straight up the middle with Lucky. Lucky goes the outside, needs a block. Lucky's on, stays on his feet, touchdown Hornets! Oh my goodness!
Now I
Lucky Avenger, or that's Avenger with an I. Look at the Lucky scores with 1:32 to go.
They're going to go for the field goal. I like the call, but if they went for 2, I wouldn't have minded either.
I wouldn't mind it either.
Because you have the momentum. We've been waiting that for Lucky for all the time. And that reminds you of Al Guidry, who wore number 1. He needed a big play. Wow.
So a big extra point. If you don't make it, you lose by 1. Ball is spotted. Kick is up.
That's good.
And the kick is good. With 1 minute and 32 seconds and no offense. Noah, where are you, my friend?
Noah, we got you down there. Let's hear what you got to say, brother. And the fans now, we saw that solemn look before. Now they're up and excited. Cheerleaders going. Team is up.
Noah, tell me something.
Well, they're excited, Corey and Mark, because for once, someone finally made a play, and Lucky Avenger, he broke through the line. Coach Gardner, before the halftime, was telling us that his offensive line was doing a great job tonight. They just weren't able to break one, but Avenger staying with it throughout the night and eventually broke the tying touchdown.
Wow.
Noah, I saw you trying to run with him, but I saw you're a little slower than you used to be.
Age happens, man.
A little heavier, too, because of the rainfall. You know,
Oh,
a
okay.
little wet down here.
You're wetted down? All right. Okay, we'll give you a break on that one. So the Hornets. Boy, I hope you didn't go to sleep. Big kick. D'Angelo takes it at the 10. Looking to go to the outside. Turns the corner. They're going to try and hunt him down. Gets knocked down right at the 20 with 1:24 and a flag on the play.
A Jaguar player took out Alec Fonseca, the kicker for Fullerton. And they're going to call, and that's one of those plays, Mark, where you can't hit a defenseless player, and that's what happened on the run back.
This has been a chippy football game, has it not?
It really has.
Ryan Osborne behind us making smarty pants marks. All that was really smarty pants remarks. That was,
And Fonseca walking under his own power. And still, with no timeouts for the Jaguars.
2 for the Hornets.
124.
On the return team, number 56. Ball plays half the distance from the end of the run. First down, Southwestern.
124 remaining on the clock. The way Southwestern has been playing, Mark, they haven't sat back. They've been aggressive. They've gone for the jugular. You don't expect them to sit back here.
No, I expect them to go at least twice deep. Owen at quarterback. First down and 10. They run it on the play. Hornet defense comes up big. He's got to make clean tackles. Corey, you call a quick timeout or let the clock run? It was a run on that play.
Let it run.
They're going to let it run. Corey Neyland says let it run.
If you stop them here, not close to the first down, then you call a timeout.
Second down and 6.
But Southwestern playing it smart. They're going to let the clock run down.
Watch out for Terry Wright in the slot on this side. They run it again, straight up the middle. Jump at the 30. First down. 39 seconds to go.
They can still get to the 30-yard line. That's field goal range for their kicker.
They clock it. Stop it.
So if you get to the 30, it'll be a 47-yard attempt.
So this is where now if you're a Hornet fan and you say, wait a minute, you've been playing with my emotions. You've been tugging at my heartstrings. You've been promising to take me out to dinner and never feeding me once at all. Corey can relate to all of this, what I'm saying. You've got to now be a Hornet that makes that defensive play. Here they come. Pressure once again. Got to make the tackle. Middle of the field. Players called down at the 32. We're at 22 seconds. 20. They can't stop the clock.
Chapman on the ground for the first 4 quarters. 31 carries for 161 yards. We're going to overtime. The first overtime game for Fullerton, and Ryan looked that up.
And that takes us to the end of regulation. As we come to the end of regulation, it's the Hornets 24, the Jags 24, here on Sportsnet, USA.net. You know, when you think about being in traffic, not getting home when you were hoping to, realizing you're going to be much later than you can be, you get done putting all the camera equipment away and your Toyota won't start, and you say, I knew I should have bought a new Toyota. I'm going to call up Corey and Mark. Corey doesn't answer the phone. Mark won't answer the phone. And you're sitting out here in Yorba Linda till tomorrow. Well, you know what you should have done, Ryan Osborne? You should have gone to Miller Toyota of Anaheim and gotten that new Toyota. That's right. The best deals, the best cars, the best choices in Southern California come from only one place. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. That's right. Head down to Euclid in the 91. Walk in there and say, hey, Sportsnet, USA.net sent me over there. They tell me you've got the sweetest deals going on. And when they catch you that deal, you drive out with that new Toyota. So when you drive to Ventura, California, you know you can get home for the next game here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
Is that where we're going next week?
Yeah, Miller Toyota of Anaheim, located at Euclid in the 91. Is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Ventura next week here on SportsNetUSA.net.
6 o'clock game time. That would be audio only at Ventura, unless we get lucky. As McDonald, Owens, the long snapper, Josiah Mora, excuse me, and Kalen Nosif, the captains. Isaac Wright for the Jaguars, Joshua Owen, and DeAndre Daniels.
Hey, I got a question for you. We're up in Ventura. This happens. Do we just make up an ending and get our car and leave?
I'm sorry, that's Diego Mascarena.
You notice how I didn't answer that.
Oh, I'm leaving. No, you can catch the team bus back.
Well, let's just wrap it up now and go home.
October 12th, 2015, the last overtime game the Hornets played. That was against Mount Sac.
Well, you don't have anything to do anyway, so you might as well stick out here, get rain on Noah. Just, get a little wetter. You're doing fine.
That side of the field.
So Fullerton defending the left side.
Where is my friend Noah? Do you see him down there?
He's down there.
Noah, do you have that feeling as a fan that this is now the Hornets football game?
Right before Avenger's run, you saw the Southwestern crowd get really loud, almost like as if they were the home team, and it completely flipped right after that touchdown for good reason. So right now, if the defense can make a stop, expect the home crowd to make a lot of noise.
And that crowd from Southwestern, they travel well. Fullerton, the home team, got something to cheer for finally in this second half. We were here for that game in overtime.
We were.
Long night.
So Owen brings them out. They start at the 25. Both teams will have this opportunity. Run play straight up the middle. And the run has been great for Southwestern tonight. Owen looks over the sideline. 2nd down and 5. Chapman still in the backfield at running back. Davian Johnson out far to the left. 2nd down and 5 at the 20. Here they come. Owen throws it up for grabs, incomplete, and he threw it on the money, Corey. The receiver turns around late, and that's the receiver we've talking all night. If Terry Wright turns around, that's a touchdown.
And David Farmer was in the vicinity. But again, a perfectly thrown ball. And that's Terry Wright looked that same way 3 different times. If he's looking to the outside shoulder, one of those times, that's 6.
So it's 3rd down and 5. Owen brings him out at the 20. Hands it off again to Chapman. Chapman stays on his feet. Is he going to get to the 20? Where do they mark him at? They mark him short. So it's now 4th down and 1. And I'm looking at you. You're going to run it again, aren't you? You're not going to kick a field goal.
No, I'm not going to kick a field goal because your kicker made his first field goal tonight of the season. Remember San Mateo? San Mateo kicked it.
75% on 4th down. They run it again. Chapman easily gets the first down, gets across the 10 to the 9.
And don't be San Mateo. And that's what they weren't, as Tanner Bean up slowly. I wouldn't even throw the ball. I mean, with runs like this, Chapman approaching is actually over 170 yards now.
1st and goal, I'm thinking. Owen has to throw it into the flat, incomplete pass. And we're going to have illegal man downfield, I think, against the Jags.
Because I didn't see a hold on the outside.
An eligible receiver downfield on the offense, number 74.
Explain that rule, Mark.
So an offensive lineman can only wander downfield no further than 3 yards. And what happens on a play like that, you may encounter a defensive player that you go to attack and they back up quickly. You go with them and you get that 5-yard margin. It will be up to a line judge to determine if you've gone too far downfield to protect a receiver.
And it's interesting, they tested Xavier on that last time.
So it's 1st and 15 at the 15. Here comes the pressure. Owen running in himself, stays on his field, goes the outside, across the 10. Nice call by the Jags on that play.
Yeah, because Owen can move, and that was a nice play, nice give and go, as Cameron Proctor now is the injured Hornet.
And how many for the Hornets?
16. Also, they haven't had a penalty in that 4th quarter.
So they average roughly 13 penalties a game. In the previous 3, they had 40 penalties for 438 yards. Ryan Osborne, they're right where they normally are penalty-wise, which can't make anybody happy because we have been told that has killed them during this season. If you're a Jag fan, you have to be a little disappointed because, Corey, in that first half, they had 3 penalties. That was it. Now you look at the rest of the game, they have just put on a plethora of penalties in the second half and overtime. We're sitting in overtime. It's the Jags 24, the Hornets 24. We're at Shapell Stadium. The rain is coming down. Noah's wet. Ryan's lost. And we're tied up in overtime. See what's going on here on SportsNetUSA.net. Next week, we're up in Ventura here on SportsNetUSA.net. Corey Neyland, Gabby Neyland, Ryan Osborne, Victor Basket, Noah Alvarez, the host of the Coaches Show here on SportsNetUSA.net. Make sure you stick with us for all those games going on. Golden West College wins tonight here on SportsNetUSA.net. LA Valley played tonight?
They won. They beat LA Pierce.
They on SportsNetUSA.net. East LA did not play tonight.
They did. They lost to Mount Sac.
Okay. Second and goal at the 8. Owen brings them up. Davian Johnson out there. Owen throws for the back. Incomplete 3rd and goal.
Good battle with Jordan Wright and Paul Thompson. Paul Thompson is 6'4". Jordan Wright, 5'11". So they're trying to go not quite a fade route. Pretty much a jump ball.
So 3rd and goal for the Jags. If they don't get it in, they can kick a field goal. And then the Hornets will have their opportunity. We get a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Southwestern.
So Southwestern takes a timeout as we're in overtime here on Sportsnet USA. I look at Corey Neyland and he goes, man, oh man, what do I have going on about just being up all night long on SportsNetUSA.net? Gabby Neyland just looked at me and said, I got no place to go. I'm phone.
Owens 15 of 26, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns on the evening, over 20 yards on the ground.
This is not rain. This is I was going to say precipitation.
It's rain.
No, rain. Rain is when you get wet. Look at
precipitation, people don't have umbrellas. It's raining.
No, it ain't
Water
wet.
come from the side.
No, it's dry.
Water's coming in from the sides, from the sky, from the top.
3rd down. Big play. The pressure comes in. They get the running back and stop him for a loss.
And they're going to get him at the point of contact. Troy McDonald, a big stop. So at the 12-yard line, they stop him. So 4th and 12. If they kick a field goal at the 12, it'll probably go back to the 19-yard line. You're looking at a 29-yard field goal attempt. Or you try to go for 6. I might go for 6.
So I think they'll go up, see what the Hornets show them. It is 4th down and goal from the 12. Owen brings them out. Looks over the sidelines.
So they're going to have a delay of game penalty called. And they're going to back them up to the 17. And now they're going to bring out the field goal unit. So on the season, sorry, Mark, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
DJ Del Fiero is 1 for 3 on the season. He made his first field goal earlier in tonight's game. Came into the game 4 for 5 extra points.
Now, I have on my stats that he hasn't he made one tonight, but before this game he hadn't made any, right?
Right.
Okay. Ball is spotted at the 25. You add 10. It is a 35-yard attempt. Ball is spotted. Kick is up.
It's good.
And the kick is good. So now the Hornets will get an opportunity.
And it was a good job by the holder to get the ball upright, because you saw it was a bad snap on the ground, literally bowled to him, got it up, and that wasn't even a knuckleball. That was a sidewinder through the uprights.
So now if the Hornets score a touchdown, the game is over. If the Hornets score a field goal, then it goes back to Southwestern at the 25, and they get their opportunity again. Quinn Commons at quarterback. Lucky Avenger, or like he was called earlier, Avenger with an I, at running back. Quinn goes back, has pressure, pump fakes, throws it in the flat, little stop step, stays on his feet. Lucky gets down to the 20, gain of 5 on the play.
So nice job. Way to get the safety valve if you're Quinn Commons, but sure tackling. Again, that's Jay Irwin, big number 4.
2nd down and 6 for the Hornets at the 21. Slant pattern. Corey Neyland's been looking for that play all night long. And the slant pattern is finally thrown. You've been waiting for that all night long.
Fox makes the stop, and again, they played nice. They come up finally.
Down at the 8. 1st and goal at the 8.
Yeah, you like that slant pattern. Here it comes, right through the middle. And here's where you run that same exact play and go over the top. They're not in position for it.
Quinn Commons looks over, comes up, comes back again. Quinn, back the other way, ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Jay Irwin. Irwin,
So it's
6'3", 230.
I'm sorry, Corey. Second and goal at the 8. Second and goal at the 8. They can't get a first down. They can get a touchdown, or they would have to try a field goal to tie the game. Quinn looks at it. Lucky in the backfield. They run a straight dive with Lucky that goes absolutely nowhere.
And that's where you got to come up with a play action. And no Lucky got it the last time. Trying to strike lightning twice doesn't happen. You're not going to get that. You're not going to do a slant, but you got to throw to the end zone for 6.
Third down and 11.
And you can't take a sack.
At the 11. Third and goal at the 11 for the Hornets. Quinn across the middle. Had the receiver open and misses, Tim. And so now the Hornets need to have a field goal to continue the overtime. If they make it, we go on. If they miss it, game is over. The ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line. You add 10, it's 27-yard attempt in the middle of the field. Ball is spotted. Kick is up.
Nope.
It's good.
It looked like you missed that.
Victor, what are you going to
goodness.
say about my partner up here? Negativity. That's right. I heard it all the way down the other end. You know what? I'd tell you to take off running, but you'd start wheezing out the door.
You want me to leave?
No, I said take off running. Gabby's staying with me. She's a fan. Look at her. She's smiling. She's fine. She's rooting for the. She didn't say no and drop her head.
That thing came off knuckly. I thought it missed on that left upright.
So did I. When you said that, I thought, oh, my goodness, we missed it by 20 yards.
Oh, my goodness.
We start all over, but the Hornets get the ball first this time. So we flip-flop.
And they had a chance to win that, too.
They did. So if you want the upper hand, you need to get that touchdown right now. Then you force your opponents to get a touchdown. Quinn comes back out. Nosip goes out wide to the left. Tim Allen goes out wide to the right. Charles Byers Jr. out wide with him on the right-hand side. First down and 10 at the 25. Quinn runs. Quinn throws it in the flat. Incomplete pass.
And you got to wonder, on that touchdown attempt, that play in the end zone, Tim Allen was there. But you also had Kashawn Griffin on the outside, who was also open. So if they come back to that play, you might want to fake that and then come to the outside. If it's not wide open, you got two options.
Second down and 10 at the 25. Quinn to Brandon Rankins in the flat. Sure-handed tackle at the 22. Nice defensive play.
Tyquan Coleman does it like you taught. Wrap up, head across, and bring him down.
Third down and 7 for the Hornets. Quinn looks over, needs a first down, needs to continue. This is a long field goal if you were to choose to try. Here comes the pressure. Quinn steps up, incomplete. And you heard from here, field goal. I don't know, Mr. Neyland. I think I might just look at everybody and say run for the end zone.
Quinn on that play, I don't know if you got a replay, but he had a chance to run. Josh McCarty, the linebacker, was in the vicinity, in the area, but you just don't know if he would have made it.
39-yard attempt for Fonseca on a wet field. High snap. Does it make it? Does it make it? Does it make it?
Yep.
It made it from 39 yards just by Ryan's waistline. It gets through the upright. Sensitivity in the booth. Sensitivity here in the booth.
He can.
Now, Northwestern is in the position that they know a touchdown will win the game for them. They must have a touchdown to win, a field goal to tie. Owens throws over there. No, a missed tackle once again, Corey Neyland, and that gets them down to the 15.
You got to wrap up because that's 6'1", 255 pounds. You're 5'11", 175. If you don't wrap up, yeah, he'll run you over.
Joshua Owens.
Sorry, Mark.
Joshua Owens got first down and 10 at the 15. Defense needs to step up again. They're hoping to do that. Owen at quarterback. Here come the Hornets. Owen up, throwing deep for the corner. Almost intercepted right there, knocked away at the last second.
And it looks like Jordan Wright was injured. David Farmer came through, and it looked like he cracked Jordan Wright across the leg. And
so we have a timeout on the field with the Hornets up 30-27 on the second overtime here at Shapell Stadium in Yorba, Linda, California.
And Mark, you talk about that play that Fullerton went 0 for 5 with that sideline route. They're going like 1 for 10 on the opposite side. We can go out in 30 seconds if you don't mind.
What a
And there, touchdown.
So Southwestern, I was distracted on that one.
Terry
Southwestern
Wright
goes to the end zone, makes it.
So Southwestern is going to go out of here with a victory on a great pass and a great catch by Terry Wright. Here's the replay. They go to
Here
the
comes
corner
the pressure.
route.
Go to the corner, throw, comes down with it, and then they wrestled when it was out of bounds, but the play was over by then, and there's the winning throw, and Southwestern goes away with a huge victory. Well, your Hornets tried. They came back, but it just wasn't enough. The Jags hold on and get that big touchdown as the Jags come away with an amazing victory. It's Southwestern 33, Fullerton 30, here on Sportsnet, USA.net.